Hi everybody, I want to show you this video by Michael Jones. Mike Miles Jones. Oh, Michael Miles Jones, oh crazy.
Quantum mechanics. Well, sure, it's just they're not talking about the same thing.
Okay, so how would you respond to someone that talks about, like, we have the de novo creation of Adam and Eve, and they don't understand how you can have God creating Adam and Eve, but also see like a evolutionary process. I know you have a lot of videos that go into this, but in a simple explanation, how would you explain this?
Well, Dr. Joshua Swam has just wrote a book called The Genealogical Adam, where he notes that God could have created Adam de novo, Adam and Eve in the garden, and then they just intermingled with people outside of the garden. And so eventually they just became the ancestor of us all by genealogical relationships. And so I did an interview with Cameron on Capturing Christianity about a couple months ago, and we detailed basically how that works. A good argument to use is to compare Genesis 1 and Genesis 2. If you know Genesis 1, there is no specific creation of humanity. It talks about let us make man in our own image, but the language seems to be more about electing humanity to be the image bearers of God. It's saying, I call you to be my image on earth kind of thing. That's what Michael Heiser talks about. J. Richard Milton wrote a book called The Liberating Image, and he talks about it as well. So so think about it from there. It's humanity sort of elected. Okay, so then you have Genesis 2. Now, skeptics will say this is a separate creation account. I don't agree. I think it's sort of honing in on a specific area over the whole earth. It's honing in on the land of Eden and sort of electing a sort of sacred space where God can meet with humanity there. Now, what's really interesting is that Genesis 2, specifically verse 4, says, these are the generations of the heavens and the earth. This is a Toledoth. It appears about 11 times throughout Genesis, and it always introduces what comes after the person. So you see, these are the generations of Adam. It introduces the generations that come after Adam. These are the generations of Terah. It tells you what takes place after Terah. It's a reoccurring theme. Now, if it's used in Genesis 2, it seems to be indicating a chapter marker like it does at later times. This is what comes after the heavens and the earth. It's saying these are the generations of the heavens and the earth. Basically, Genesis 1 details God electing the cosmos. Chapter 2, now we're going to hone in on a specific area. That means when it refers to humans in Genesis 1, it's not talking about Adam and Eve. They don't come until Genesis 2. So what you can get is God elects all humanity, wherever they are at that time point, to be his image. Then in Genesis 2, he hones on a specific area and elects, or maybe creates two people de novo, to be his specific image bearers in that garden area. So I would say right then and there, it's perfectly compatible with the theory of evolution. If you understand Genesis 1 is about man being elected to be God's image bearers, it implies humans were already there and existing, and God just sort of elected them to be that. Then in Genesis 2, chapter 2, the sequel, God takes two individuals and makes them the priests of creation. So you actually have people before Adam are there. Adam is just sort of taken out of that population that was already elected to be his image.
That's the fact.
Yeah,
the fact on the telephone today is a good example.
Yes, there are people I debate who would go off on a tangent at that point and deny that we could know anything. But I'm glad that you agree there is something.
Oh, there absolutely is, yes. And then the question, the amazing thing is how it's really, from a scientific perspective, the really important thing is a how question, not a why question. Because what we really want to know is how everything we see, the galaxy.
Oh, hi, Dan. Are you there? a lot of people have problems a lot of times with getting where they can talk. Are you there?
Do you hear me? Am I doing something wrong?
Yeah, I can hear you. No, I can hear you now. Dan, are you there?
Oh, okay,
Oh, there
good.
you.
Yeah, I wanted to get on your show, get to know you better. How long are you going to be on?
For probably for a while or something.
Okay, good, because I am driving, so I'll be in and out. But the location I'm headed to.
Oh, you're roboting. Are you there? Oh, can't hear you now.
art studio. Get you a message. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Hello. Oh, keep doing your video.
I can hear you.
I'm going to be driving. Yeah, keep playing the video. I'll listen because when I get to the warehouse, I'll have good internet.
Okay.
Yeah, because that looks like an interesting video.
Yeah, Bob's a younger creationist versus Lauren Krauts.
Oh wow, yeah. Oh, that's that big name in evolution.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you play that, I'll listen, and then yeah, I'll pop back in when I'm at good internet.
Oh, there you are.
Hey. Hey, buddy.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, doing good. We just got to this we did a VRBO this time instead of a hotel because it's a lot nicer. So we just got down here a few minutes ago.
Dan's here, but he says he's having problems talking because he's on his phone on his way to the one place. Right, Dan?
Well, greetings, Dan.
Yes, yeah. I'm driving and I'll be in and out, but I'm headed to the art studio that has good internet. So I just told him to play that because I wanted to chat with him and anybody actually, you know me, and just play the video or chat with you or whatever. And I will pop back in when I get to a better cell and internet place.
Well, I have a video I like to show Brother Pike, see what he thinks. This is Michael Jones.
Quantum mechanics. Well, sure, it's just they're not talking about the same thing.
Okay, so
Tell me the positive when you have a question or like to say something.
I don't even know what he just said to begin
how would you
with.
respond?
Oh, he's talking about religion and science. He said they're two different things. What do you think of
Okay,
that?
I mean, that's a true statement.
Someone that talks about like we have the de novo creation of Adam and Eve, and they don't understand how you can have God creating Adam and Eve, but also see like a evolutionary process. I know you have a lot of videos that go into this, but in a simple explanation, how would you explain this?
Well, Dr. Joshua Swam just wrote a book called The Genealogical Adam, where he notes that God could have created Adam de novo, Adam and Eve in the garden, and then they just intermingled with people outside of the garden. And so eventually they just became the ancestor of us all by genealogical relationships. And so I did an interview with Cameron on Capturing Christianity about a couple.
What do you think of that, Brother Pike?
I think it's very interesting, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he believed that Genesis 1 is equal to Genesis 2. And he said that Genesis...
I probably don't believe that, but the idea of... Well, here's the thing. I write about this kind of stuff a lot, including in this most recent book. the bodies that Adam and Eve were in before the fall are not these bodies today that we call primates. So he's not altogether wrong to identify the difference, because what we look at today and we think of as being man, this is not the man that was created in the beginning. Jesus called this, what you and I are inhabiting right now, the image of sinful flesh. And the man that was created in the beginning was called the likeness of God. So ever since the fall, this is what it means to have been robed in coats of skins. This thing that we're wearing, this is a coat of skin. This is a primate. This is an animal. So I agree with the idea of making a distinction there, but I'm not sure if he and I make the same distinction.
Yeah, he believed that evolution is how God created Adam and Eve.
It's definitely not how God created Adam and Eve. A person could make the argument that it's how God created this beast that we call man. I don't personally believe that necessarily, but you could make that argument and you would not have violated the scriptures. But Adam and Eve were especially created, and they were not the same thing as what you see when you look in the mirror. So if he wanted to make the argument that the animal that we call man was produced through evolution, I think you could make a case for that. But I don't think you could make that case for Adam and Eve.
Oh, yeah. I heard some people say that Adam and Eve were spiritual beings.
No, they were regular people. I mean, well, when I say regular people, like I said, it depends on what you're speaking of. Paul said there are bodies celestial and bodies terrestrial. And so what you have is you have the original body that Adam was created in. And it was not this body, but it was also not the glorified body. Because the glorified body, Adam did not have a glorified body. Adam did not have eternal life. But Adam was in a condition, in a natural body, that did not have the sentence of death in it, whereas this body does. So Adam was actually in something altogether different. What we think of as the glorification of the sons of God, which is first shown on Transfiguration and is promised to all believers, Adam did not have that. Adam and Eve did not have eternal life. But they also did not have the sentence of death in their bodies. So they had a natural body like this natural body, but it did not have the sentence of death in it. It did not age and get old and hurt and die. But it also was not glorified. So it's a very interesting, deep subject.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he believed that God used evolution to create mankind, I guess.
There's a lot of people that believe that. I think the Catholic Church teaches that as part of their dogma.
Yeah, but he says he also believes in Adam and Eve. He believes that this way he says it. He says there are literal days, but it's like when God came here to fix stuff up. Stuff like it's in the beginning when God started making stuff to do stuff like the sun for the day, moon for the night, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's when you're talking about special creation, I mean, those guys at the Proverbs channel pretend like they don't know my position on this, even though we've been over it 100 times. You can be a special creationist without being their kind of special creationist. I am a special creationist. The Bible very plainly teaches that God especially created certain things in the beginning. That's a Christian value. But the rendition of special creation that they propose is not, in my opinion, supported by the scriptures, and it's definitely not supported by the real world. The scientific evidence is all over the place when it comes to that. But like I said the other day, to me, to be a Christian, you have to be a special creationist of some kind or another. Because the book of Genesis is very clear, and Jesus was very clear when he spoke about it, that there was a specially created event in the beginning that brought things into existence. And so just because the YEC people might have it off in left field doesn't mean it's not true. There is a true version of it. Creationism is true. It's just a matter of getting the right version of it in your understanding.
Would you like to listen more what Michael says?
Yeah, sure.
Months ago, and we detailed basically how that works. A good argument to use is to compare Genesis 1 and Genesis 2. If you know Genesis 1, there is no specific creation of humanity. It talks about let us make man in our own image, but the language seems to be more about electing humanity to be the image bearers of God. It's saying, I call you to be my image on earth, kind of thing.
I don't agree with that. I understand the point that he's making, but I do think that he is misrepresenting what's actually worded there. I do think that the wording says that they were especially created at that moment. So just because I don't dovetail with the YEC version of that, I do believe in that. And it's like I said, and I've said so many times, when you're speaking about creation, every Christian should say that they believe in special creation. That's not the issue. The issue is in what version of it do they understand the scriptures to uphold. And YEC is merely one rendition of a much larger set of ideas. And so while I would say that special creation is a Christian value, I would also say that YEC is not necessarily a Christian value. So when it says that God used it to produce Adam and Eve, is somebody's phone ringing?
It's mine. I'll be right to you.
Oh, okay. You can play this, Logan. I didn't mean to rant. Hey, Skylar, how are you?
That's what Michael Heiser talks about. J. Richard Milton wrote a book called The Liberating Image, and he talks about it as well. So that's so think about it from there. It's humanity sort of elected. Okay, so then you have Genesis 2. Now, skeptics will say this is a separate creation account. I don't agree. I think it's sort of honing in on a specific area over the whole earth. It's honing in on the land of Eden and sort of electing a sort of sacred space where God can meet with humanity there. Now, what's really interesting is that Genesis 2, specifically verse 4, says, "These are the generations of the heavens and the earth." This is a toledeth. It appears about 11 times throughout Genesis, and it always introduces what comes after the person. So if you see these are the generations of Adam, it introduces the generations that come after Adam. These are the generations of Terah. It tells you what takes place after Terah. It's a reoccurring theme. Now, if it's used in Genesis 2, it seems to be indicating a chapter marker like it does at later times. This is what comes after the heavens and the earth. It's saying these are the generations of the heavens and the earth. Basically, Genesis 1 details God electing the cosmos. Chapter 2, now we're going to hone in on a specific area. That means when it refers to humans in Genesis 1, it's not talking about Adam and Eve. They don't come until Genesis 2. So what you can get is God elects all humanity, wherever they are at that time point, to be his image. Then in Genesis 2, he owns on a specific area and elects or maybe creates two people de novo to be his specific image bearers in that garden area.
What do you think of that so far?
It's very interesting. I don't think he's altogether wrong. I do like the fact that he's making a distinction between man and the Son of God, because I do think there is a distinction. I'm not sure that he and I understand that distinction exactly the same, but I think it's good that he's making the distinction.
Funny. It made your avatar the same as mine.
I know it. I'm getting ready to do laundry, so I got to get out of these dirty clothes. That's why I turned my camera off.
Okay. Want me to turn it on?
Yeah, you can play it. I'm listening.
So I would say right then and there, it's perfectly compatible with the theory of evolution. If you understand Genesis 1 is about man being elected to be God's image bearers, it implies humans were already there and existing, and God just sort of elected them to be that. Then in Genesis 2, chapter 2, the sequel, God takes two individuals and makes them the priests of creation. So you actually have people before Adam are there. Adam is just sort of taken out of that population that was already elected to be his image.
Is that the whole video, Logan?
Yeah. What do you thought of that?
It's very interesting. Here's the thing. I don't have to agree with somebody on all the details to appreciate the level of thought and consideration that they put into something. And I think that he's probably put a lot of consideration into this subject, and I can appreciate that.
He said he used to be this is what he said to Kent when he debated him. He said that he used to be a fan of Kent, like believe what he believed. But he said back in the old days on MySpace, he got creamed by Kent's argument. So he,
On my days, he said.
became a theistic evolutionist.
I mean, here's the thing. I'm of the opinion that the truth is somewhere in the middle on that. I can understand his position. I don't think that he's totally right, but I don't think he's totally wrong because, like I said, making a distinction between man and Adam is a very important distinction. And that is what was meant by them being robed in coats of skins, was that they were put in this fallen body with the sentence of death in it. That is what that means. And so there's plenty of places where man is referred to as the beast of the field, and a lot of folks read over them without noticing. But that's why Nebuchadnezzar was sent out to live like a beast of the field, is because it showed fallen humanity being one of the animals. So I don't think he's all wrong.
Yeah, here's another video of his where he talks about, I'll put on here, he talks about I'll put up here about his evolution, how God created man. You would like to see this?
Quantum mechanics.
Yeah, whatever you want to put on is fine.
Okay.
Sorry for
Well, sure, it's just I'm not talking about the same thing.
I'll be right back.
Okay, so how would you respond to someone that talks about, like, we have the de novo creation of Adam and Eve, and they don't understand how you can have God creating Adam and Eve, but also see like a evolutionary process? I know you have a lot of videos that go into this, but in a simple explanation, how would you explain this?
Well, Dr. Joshua Swam has just wrote a book called The Genealogical Adam, where he notes that God could have created Adam de novo, Adam and Eve in the garden, and then they just intermingled with people outside of the garden. And so eventually they just became the ancestor of us all by genealogical relationships. And so I did an interview with Cameron on Capturing Christianity about a couple months ago, and we detailed basically how that works. A good argument to use is to compare Genesis 1 and Genesis 2. If you know Genesis 1, there is no specific creation of humanity. It talks about let us make man in our own image, but the language seems to be more about electing humanity to be the image bearers of God. It's saying, I call you to be my image on earth kind of thing. That's what Michael Heiser talks about. J. Richard Milton wrote a book called The Liberating Image, and he talks about it as well. So so think about it from there. It's humanity sort of elected. Okay, so then you have Genesis 2. Now, skeptics will say this is a separate creation account. I don't agree. I think it's sort of honing in on a specific area over the whole earth. It's honing in on the land of Eden and sort of electing a sort of sacred space where God can meet with you.
What do you think of that so far? Are you there, Brother Pike?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What do you
Sorry,
think?
I'm trying to figure out this washing machine at the VRBO.
Oh.
It's confusing.
What are you saying?
It's very interesting. I would have to hear him fully explain the theory to say whether I agree or not. But I mean, so far I find it very interesting.
What would you ask him if you talked to him?
I would ask him if he was willing to consider a rendition of events where man spiritually was placed into the body of what he's identifying as the created creature that we now call man, and if he would accept that the original bodies of Adam and Eve were not produced through the Darwinian process, because that's where you cross the line of Scripture. When you say that the original bodies that Adam and Eve were in were produced by the Darwinian process, you have broken the Scriptures. So the minute you go that far, you have violated the text, in my understanding.
Oh, you want to hear some more?
Sure. This is obviously something you're very interested in, Logan.
Wesly!
What the?
How do you do?
How are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm good. Did you make another egg of me?
Did I make a what?
Remember that time you took an egg and draw my character's face on it?
That was been some time ago.
Oh, that's good. How you been?
I've been okay. So there's a dispute about what really happened.
Believe it or not, there seems to be a disagreement.
Yeah, this guy Michael Jones, he believes. This is what he says. He believes that God used evolution to create Adam and Eve.
That sounds. Well, I don't want to put him down. Sounds like he's similarly. A lot of places claiming to be churches are turning their churches into rock and roll concerts and pop music concerts, and it's no longer a church.
As a fact.
They're doing it. They're, rather than being sturdy and grave and steadfast and straightforward, they're doing what the rebels are doing to try to get the rebels in.
Yeah, he said he used to be a fan of.
They use that as their reason, their excuse for being rebellious themselves. They make a big rock concert, and the whole church is this TED meeting. It's no longer a church. It's a TED Jesus.
Get him, Wesley. I like this.
So I kind of consider you saying Jesus created evolution. Evolution's an imagination. It never happened. He did create the heavens and the earth and all therein in 6 days, and he rested on the seventh. And the space out above us and all around the earth in every direction goes, it's infinite. There is no end to it. There's no edge of the cosmos. The Big Bang isn't expanding and you get to the edge of the Big Bang and then there's nothing. It goes forever. And likewise, Jesus created the atomic structures that we know of now. And if you cut them in half, there's going to be something else there. And then you're going to be able to cut those in half and there'll be something else there. And inwardly, it goes, it's infinite. So I say evolution is an imagination. Darwin imagined it, and he was popular and famous, and it's the fables that men go to rather than the word.
Oh, yeah. He said he used to be a younger creationist. He looked at like Ken Hova, but he said he lost his debate on there and almost lost his faith, so he became a theistic evolutionist.
Well, consider it. Should Jesus heal a tooth or heal 2 teeth in your mouth, and it would happen in a moment's time, were Jesus to actually heal a tooth in your mouth, and if you were to extract that tooth and give it to an orthodontist and have them do their science on it, that tooth would be to that scientist as old as you. And yet you would be a person with a tooth in your mouth created like that, a living tooth.
Hi, Danny. Daniel.
Hello, am I back? Let me turn that radio off. Little Chris music there. And I got to the warehouse, but the guy that actually pays the bills here, and I'm going to help him clean. Hopefully you'll still be on. I'll be listening through it. Somebody new. I met Christian. That's cool. You're having some. I really want to dig more in with Christian later on, because sounds like you're a believer in Christ and him crucified and calling on the name of the Lord.
Yeah, I'm a minister. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and so and I hope your belief is that if people have a little bit different interpretation of the beginnings, that you'll agree to disagree.
Of course.
Yeah, and so that's cool. And the same with, and I don't even know if I know Wesley, but I would hope the same, because I lean towards the, the literal. But if it turns out not, one question really quick, you guys might know is like William Lane Craig, doesn't he believe in evolution? Actually, you guys might know better, but I thought there is.
Well, I think he's an order of creationists. I think.
Okay, so that there was a special creation.
Yeah.
Some time.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because now, do you guys know anybody that thinks it was all evolution without the special creation? Because I know Dr. Myers is, a special creationist during, throughout the process of history.
If you know Scripture, one of the ways that Jesus confounded those that do not know his word is the dinosaur bones. Now, what are they really? What they really are is dinosaurs never walked the earth, ever. They never, the pterodactyls never flew in the sky above the earth. The Tyrannosaurus Rex, the Brontosaurus never walked on the earth. What they are is there was a time in heaven when there was a war, when Satan tempted and seduced and enticed 1/3 of the angels to do what Satan wanted them to do, and it was something against what Jesus wanted them to do. And so Jesus cast Satan out of heaven with 1/3 of the angels. Now, Satan isn't on the earth in the flesh. He's a spirit that he goes to and fro across the earth, sort of like an angel flying around. And the 1/3 of the angels, Jesus transformed their bodies. They were men and women like you and me, but holy. He transformed their bodies into what the dry bones are under the ground. And their spirits became what are diseases on the earth.
Now, on that, is that a foundational doctrine for you for salvation, or is that an interpretation? I mean, can I not believe that and still trust in the Lord and his death, resurrection for my salvation?
Well, I hope everyone does believe in it.
Man, don't nobody believe pterodactyls are devil bones? What are you talking about?
They are the 1/3 of the
Nobody
angels that
believes
were
that.
cast out of heaven.
Well,
If I'm right, the angels will tell you so. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
But my question was but do I have to believe in that for salvation?
Well, the topic was evolution, and I used it for that topic.
Wesley,
Okay.
you're an interesting fellow.
But we can agree to disagree on that. We're both still brothers, and I get there and it's like, Dan, you're an idiot. Okay, I agree. So if you were right.
Oh, Dan. I need to tell you still sounds just...
I hope that you all know the difference between the forgiveness of Jesus Christ and the washing of the soul by his blood, the baptism. Those are two different things.
Oh, say that again.
Good.
Sorry.
The difference between the forgiveness of Jesus Christ and the baptism. Do you know the difference between the two?
Oh, go ahead. You can define it.
All right. I'll explain it to you this way. A day about 10 years ago, a night actually, I was asleep, and an angel removed the scales from my eyes and lifted my head as I lay in bed. And so I could see my body from, my chest down. My head was lifted up and I could see my body, my spiritual body, the foundation, the mansion, the mansion that Jesus Christ had given to me, the temple that Jesus Christ had created in me. Now, in those days, I said, I believe Jesus is God. I'm washed in his blood. I'm baptized. I say I believe in him with my lips, and I believe it in my heart. And I was baptized, dunked in the water publicly in a church. And, I said, I'm baptized. I'm washed in his blood. But when the scales were removed from my eyes and the judgment light of Jesus shone upon me, I saw the Holy Spirit in my belly like a pearl of great wealth. And I saw the rest of my soul was a gray ashes, a dead gray color, all ashes like on barbed wire. And those ashes didn't happen, all at one time. But every time I sinned and didn't repent, the baptism of repentance, every time I did that sin again, a little flake of ash, my soul was turned into a little flake of ash. And over the years, it accumulated. So then I said, I'm baptized, I'm washed in his blood, I believe in Jesus in my heart. But when I saw the truth, the revealing by the judgment light of Jesus, my soul was dead, gray ashes inside.
Okay, I have a question. So, because people know, they'll testify. I'm dyslexic in my communication.
Okay.
So simply then, so what you just heard me say about, believing in Jesus's life, death.
If I may finish what I was going to say first.
Oh, well, no, just plainly. Do you
the
think
forgiveness, the forgiveness of Jesus Christ, the forgiveness of Jesus Christ is the hedge. What is the hedge?
Oh, wait a minute. Just a minute. So,
sure, it's like my skin holds my muscles and blood vessels and organs and bones together. My skin holds it all together. The hedge is like the spiritual skin.
Wesly, we do have to kind of share the time, bub.
Sure, but even though I was destroyed inside in ashes, the hedge, the forgiveness, held me up. So Jesus gives that forgiveness to everyone. So that's what the forgiveness is, the washing, the baptism, the salvation, the breastplate of righteousness, the helmet of salvation is that pearl of light that was in my belly.
Okay, so when,
Go ahead, Dan. I put him backstage because he's just kind of still talking backstage, I think.
Okay, so oh, darn.
Wesley, you do have to kind of take a little breather if somebody else has to talk. We sort of have to share.
Okay, so I do have a question, though. Yeah,
I'm going to bring him back on. Wesley, I'm going to bring you back on. I apologize for putting you backstage, but let's just let Dan get his question.
Okay, so when the jailer, I'm simple. I got a job. I got to keep people in prison, whatever. I see this miracle in my life personally. So the jailer said, what must I do to be saved? And of course, Jesus said, Paul said, believe on the Lord Jesus Christ and you should be saved. Belief is more than just I believe and then no action. It's, the repentance. We know belief is a bigger word. So would you add to that?
Sure.
Did Paul,
do you believe?
Wait. To clarify, did Paul leave stuff out on that? That later on God was like, oh man, I better write another book because Paul left out a lot of stuff. Right. So, yeah.
Do you work for somebody or are you the boss?
I work for a bunch of different people. I'm self-employed.
Okay. So when whoever you contract with, they give you a work order or some sort of a process, something that they want done, right?
Correct.
And if you don't do it, you don't get paid.
Well, I get basically that it's not specific that way, but yeah, I see your point in that. Okay.
Right. Well, Jesus appeared to you and he said, tell the vision, and you say he didn't. So you don't believe him in your heart. You believe him with your lips, but not your heart. He appeared to you 3 times and told you, tell the vision, and you say he didn't. So no, you don't believe he is God.
Now you're just saying,
just like if you had a boss and the boss said to do something and you said, no, you don't exist. I'm not going to do it. Well, you're not going to get paid by that boss.
oh, well, I lost the thing of, were you talking generally speaking, the 3 visions of Jesus, or?
No, I'm talking to you. He appeared to you on August 25th, 2005, November 5th, 2005, and February 22nd, 2006, and he appeared to everyone on earth. And none of you say he did. So you don't believe he is God. You use his name for your boasting and that you can make money and for your fame, not for him.
Not making me very much money, Wesley.
I'm okay. No, that's not the gospel in the Bible.
Jesus, would you shine the light of your judgment on the hands of all people on earth in this minute, please? Now you look at your hands. Those ashes are your unbaptized souls, not anointed, not elder, not minister,
You pretty
not
good with this
preacher.
conversation, Dan?
What's that?
You pretty good with this conversation, or would you like for it to continue?
Well, and see, it would have been very easy. It's like,
You need Jesus for your salvation. You're
do
not
want to
saved
read
yet. You
Okay,
are
so-
not saved yet.
and he went about, I don't know how long. I'm about ready to, a long time just to answer a simple question, so he doesn't think I'm a Christian.
He appeared to you and said, no time to talk, Allah. He didn't say the name you use. He called you Allah. So that means you're not a Christian.
And what book of the Bible does that say that?
You know, the way he appeared to you is the way
No,
he
that was the
appeared
question.
to
No,
Paul
let's-
and gave Paul the words that Paul wrote in the Bible.
Let's have a conversation. Wow. So I believe in Revelation that God loves me so much that even if an angel comes down from heaven, like it says, if he doesn't repeat the message that's in the Bible, in the Revelation already, I am not to believe that spirit.
Yeah,
So-
those ashes are the spirit of blindness and deafness and sleep. Those ashes are the shadow of death in Psalm 23.
So you do believe in the Bible or don't? You're saying stuff that's not in the Bible.
I'm not appeasing you like the false ministers do.
You're definitely not doing that.
Christian, don't be a
I'm
false.
being what is called grave.
Okay, so I mean, I would go for Paul instead of Wesley. The book of in the Bible, the Gospels, the New Testaments, Jesus' life, his love for us. I haven't heard your gospel before. So, but you'll have to,
Okay, it's in the gospel in this way. His children recognize his voice. You didn't recognize him saying, tell the vision, then you're not his children.
Can I jump in, Dan? Do you mind?
Please.
Just real quick, Wesley. If we are not his children, why are you wasting your time preaching to us?
Oh, I'm hoping that you will become his children.
That's not the way that works. His children are preordained.
I'm chosen. I'm anointed.
Right, but you were chosen before the foundation of the world. So if we're not his children, then we're not his children.
Well, then you're lost. And
But then why are you wasting your time? Your theology is quite weak.
That's a foolish question.
No, it's a
I'm not
very
gonna
good
answer
question.
it.
Either I'm his child and I heard his voice, or I'm not and I didn't. It's a very good question.
When he said, tell the vision,
You don't
and
get
you
confounded
shall
very
live.
often, do you, Wesley?
Well,
Did that catch you off guard?
Well, yeah, because let me speak really quick. Because
Am I going to speak and not be interrupted by your?
Are you serious? You've monopolized all the time henceforth. Like,
are you quick to listen and slow to speak?
You're lucky I like Logan. Dan, go ahead.
Yeah. No, it's just sad because, and actually kind of cool because we just talked about spiritual warfare today. I've, a guy that real good friend who's, really in the trenches with that. And that's what about the spiritual battle of the principalities and things. And those that go against the gospel, those that can't quickly and easily and honestly say, I'm like Christian right now. If I was Wesly, I go, yeah, Christian, you're not a believer. You're not my brother. I wouldn't have to go on for like that's whatever it is. For extended amount of times to tell you don't really have the gospel.
Pal, I am the little book in Revelation.
What?
Dan, do you mind if I take just a minute again?
Yeah, and please have him ask if, or you can do it.
In Revelation is a little book, sweet
He
as
may
honey
mind.
in the lips. Jesus, would you put the taste of honey in their mouths in this minute and all watching? I am the little book in Revelation.
Okay, noted. Let me jump in for just a second. So here's what I was going to say is, Wesly, question. Do you believe that those whom he foreknew, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his son?
You tell me you saw Jesus say, tell the vision, and I'll answer your question.
He
But
didn't.
if you deny it,
I did
then
not.
you are not a minister of
Then
Jesus.
why are you here
You're
preaching,
a
Wesley?
false mission
But
to
Wesley,
make
then go preach
sure
to somebody
that
else.
people listening to you will know you are a liar.
Why couldn't you answer the question, Wesley?
Jesus says, do not answer foolish
But then
questions.
why are you here doing this if you're
He
not answering
also
questions?
says, be quick to listen and slow to speak.
Right.
And
Have
you
you ever
are not
tried
that
that?
way.
Have you ever
You
tried that?
are
Wesley?
not that way.
Well, we can go back on the time. And
Logan, that's the first time I've ever booted anybody, so please forgive me. But that
And-
guy
That's fine.
said that pterodactyls are fallen angels, and I can't take it.
Well,
we can go
on that, I would like whatever, but I gotta go. And
Sorry, Dan.
Logan, this is the first time, I ran across that, and that's on your show. So
Sorry.
I'm going to
Hey,
stick up
Dan,
for you,
I
Dan.
guess we're not that
I'm
far
gonna
apart
stick up
after
for
all.
you. I'm going to stick up for you here, Dan. That will be a surprise, but that Wesley was crazy to say you're not a Christian. Of course you're a Christian. Even I know you're a Christian.
Sorry, Dan.
Look,
There you
sorry.
go.
let me say one more thing. I don't know if Wesley's coming back and listening. I hope he is. Wesley, I am open to having a conversation with you. I'm even open to listening to you explain your position in detail and giving you like 20 minutes or whatever. I'm open to doing that. But you can't be belligerent. And when somebody asks you a question straight from the scriptures, you can't act like you're too good to answer it.
Well, that is a problem that, Apostle Paul, he was dealing with some, Antichrist people, but he would give them an answer. We're told to give us, Wesley was called by my Jesus to give an answer to those who are asking and seeking. And
He is listening. That's good.
yeah, so I would love to chat with him another time.
I would.
Claude, love you. I'll talk to you again.
Sorry,
I had to come on because I thought that was ridiculous. As I say, even I know you're a Christian. You profess to be a Christian.
Thank you.
do
That's what.
you have the belief, and I know that's what you have to do to become a Christian. So
Logan, I'm sorry if I overstepped my boundaries by booting him.
It's your job. I made you the VP for a reason.
I am the VP. That's true. Look, Wesley, please just, while you're typing your next Caplocks message, just listen to this, okay? The Bible teaches that God's sheep hear his voice and a stranger they will not follow. It also teaches that the ones whom he foreknew, which means those who God had seen in his foreknowledge before creation, are the very ones that he predestined to be conformed to the image of his son in the end. So if you're saying that the voice of God, the trump of God, has already sounded and the archangel has already descended and we didn't hear it, that means that you are wasting your time by trying to reason with us because we are not God's elect. So you really can't have it both ways. Either you think that there's a possibility of us hearing the voice of God, which is the trump of God, and you're here to declare that because we're elect, or you think that that's already sounded and we didn't hear it, which means that we're not elect and you're wasting your time. So your theology is quite weak, is my point.
No, definitely. And I'm going to still listen, though, because this was fascinating. He made my day, actually, because I love, like I said, my main thing is just figuring out people's worldviews, figuring out what they think. This guy
sorry,
gave me,
Dan.
Wesley gave, oh, do you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, Wesley just opened a whole new can of worms for me to figure out where he's coming from.
There's a can of something.
So I'll be listening. I'll be back, Logan. If not today, I want to be on your show so I can talk more to you. And Christian, it's a pleasure to get to know you more.
It's always a pleasure to speak with you, Dan.
I'm sorry about that, Dan.
Oh, no, I love the chat. No, talk to you guys later.
See you, Wesley, if you're still there, I'd like to address you one more time. If you came on this show, that means that you think there's a reason to preach to me, or at least to preach to the audience that listens to me. So you believe that in some way, shape, or form, you can reach God's elect, whether it's myself or those whom I have influence over. So don't blow that opportunity. If that's really how you feel, don't squander souls by coming on here and just messing it up and getting thrown out. That's not using that responsibility wisely if that's how you really feel. I think you're one of those people that just fakes the crazy thing because they get a check from the government. I've been spending all week rebuking people like that who just kind of pretend to be crazy because it makes their life easier because nobody expects them to work. So I perceive you as one of those. Could be wrong, but I think you are.
Would you like to watch more of that evolution about Michael Jones?
I would like to. I got to change the laundry in about 20 minutes, and then I'm going to eat dinner at the steakhouse. But until then, Logan, you have my full attention. And Wesley,
Okay.
show up my attention.
Okay.
Humanity there. Now, what's really interesting is that Genesis 2, specifically verse 4, says, "These are the generations of the heavens and the earth." This is a Toledoth. It appears about 11 times throughout Genesis, and it always introduces what comes after the person. So you see, these are the generations of Adam.
Tell me when to stop it if you have a question. We'll need to see some.
No, yeah, sure. Okay.
Introduces the generations that come after Adam. These are the generations of Terah. It tells you what takes place after Terah. It's a reoccurring theme. Now, if it's used in Genesis 2, it seems to be indicating a chapter marker like it does at later times. This is what comes after the heavens and the earth, saying these are the generations of the heavens and the earth. Basically, Genesis 1 details God electing the cosmos. Chapter 2, now we're going to hone in on a specific area. That means when it refers to humans in Genesis 1, it's not talking about Adam and Eve. They don't come until Genesis 2. So what you can get is God elects all humanity, wherever they are at that time point, to be his image. Then in Genesis 2, he owns on a specific area.
I don't know if I fully understood his thought there, so you could take this with a grain of sand, but I think that was incorrect. The first prophecy given in the scriptures is given at the same time of the first judgment, unless you want to count the prediction of the results of the tree of knowledge as prophecy. If you set that aside, then the first prophecy and the first judgment are given at the same time, in the which time God makes a distinction between the seed of the woman and the seed of the serpent. And so both of those are humanity. So to say that all of humanity was elected to be the children of God is not true. Only the seed of the woman were elected to be the children of God. The seed of the serpent were not. You can start the video right now.
Okay.
And elects or maybe creates two people de novo to be his specific image bearers in that garden area. So I would say right then and there, it's perfectly compatible with the theory of evolution. If you understand Genesis 1 is about man being elected to be God's image bearers, it implies humans were already there and existing, and God just sort of elected them to be that. Then in Genesis 2, chapter 2, the sequel, God takes two individuals and makes them the priests of creation. So you actually have people before Adam are there. Adam is just sort of taken out of that population that was already elected to be his image.
What do you think?
You know, I feel like that's a bit of rambling. I could be wrong, but I feel like that's just him being wordy for no reason, that last part. The story is very simple, and we should try to make it very simple. You know, there is a lineage And some people have interpreted these as natural lineage, which is the wrong interpretation. But there are two spiritual lineages, two natures that develop within human beings. One is referred to as the seed of the woman, which is God's elect. And the other is referred to as the seed of the serpent, which is the beast of the field. Both of them right now in the dispensation of time since the fall look just like this. But there's a nature inside of one of them, which is called the seed of God, which contains the ability to react to the gospel through repentance and thus receive the gift of the Holy Ghost, whereas the other one does not contain that ability. So to say that all human beings were elected, that is not true. Now, if he's saying that the original man in the garden before the fall was elected, that's certainly true. But these are kind of semantics that we get into sometimes because there is a difference in what we call people or man before and after the fall. You can start it back.
Oh, here's the second video of it. This one's over.
By arguing there is evidence of direction or progress in evolution. Going on that basic idea, many scientists have challenged the neo-Darwinian thesis to its core by arguing there is evidence of direction or progress in evolution that cannot be adequately.
This one is about him saying that
Hey, I'm sorry, Logan. I was going to check the laundry and telling Steve to get his shoes off the white.
that's right. He's saying how he's saying here that how people can believe in evolution and Christianity. He said that here's how scientists show that evolution is not so random and that it can
well, it's not really random the way that people think of it. This is one of the problems I have with YEC people, Logan, is that they don't really educate themselves on the competition. You know, like Kent Hovind has been, for instance, I'll give you an example. Kent Hovind has been in the debate circles with evolutionist people for all of his life, right? He's been around this information for like 50 years, and he don't understand half the information. I've been around it for like a few years, and I probably understand it better than he does, and I sure ain't no scholar. So people who are in the YEC camp just don't understand it. They don't make any effort to understand it. When you say that the Darwinian process is random, all you're saying is that individual mutations are random. Now, I, as a theist, don't really believe that, but that is naturally the truth. All mutations in and of themselves are random. But the favorability of those mutations is based upon the environment and is the exact opposite of random. And so the Darwinian process is not really very random at all. You have a series of mutations that are produced randomly, but it's the local environment and ecosystem that they're produced into that selects their amount of favorability, which leads to the Darwinian process taking place. So to say evolution is random is not really an accurate statement.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. He said that he goes for a certain type of evolution that's not random at all.
Missing mom
explained by the
official selection. We sped it up and turned a Siberian wolf into a teacup poodle. You can definitely speed it up. Go ahead, Logan.
Neo-Darwinian thesis. The most vocal in the past decade has been paleontologist Simon Conway Morris. As neo-Darwinist Stephen Jay Gould thought, if you rewind the tape back to zero and start evolution all over, you would not get anything like the speciation we have now, let alone human life, because everything came about by dumb luck or chance. Morris says if you started evolution over, you would get human life again, or something very similar. If you then started evolution again, the same result would happen, and again and again. What Morris is arguing from is a position known as process structuralism, which states, as Joshua Moritz says, maintains that the kinds or types of organisms that we see, their body plans, and many of their traits, are the result of natural laws, rather than being merely the byproducts of historical contingency and chance genetic mutations. There are natural laws that govern the evolution of biological structures and organisms. In other words, the evolved life that we have is an inevitable result of natural laws. the natural laws of the universe are finely tuned to bring about life as we know it. So in other words, the evolution of humanity, or something very similar, was inevitable and would be on any other planet if life were to occur there. As Robert Barry remarked, if we ever succeeded in communicating with conceptualized beings in outer space, they won't be spheres, pyramids, cubes, or pancakes. In all probability, they will look an awful lot like us.
It's a theory which claims that a lot of the order of the biological world arises from natural law, or what the pre-Darwinian biologists called laws of form. Owen called it a polarizing force. He didn't understand what they were, and he was wildly speculating. But that's the theory, that a lot of order arises, and so the biological forms are like crystals and galaxies and atoms. They're part of the changeless order of the world generated by universal laws of form. Owen said if we go to another planet, we might find vertebrates. The same basic design. At the end of On the Nature Lens, he speculates, well, there will be vertebrates on other planets.
Logan.
Wait a sec.
Y'all say hey to Brother
Yeah.
Steve Hitler.
How y'all doing?
Hi, Brother
And the
Steve.
myth and the legend.
Well, yeah.
Brother Steve greets
How are
you
you?
and says hello. Greet you, old crazy bat.
Hi.
This is Logan. He's a friend of mine.
Oh, okay.
Hi.
You got me about 10 more minutes, Logan, then I got to go to the steakhouse.
Okay, what do you think of that video so far?
It's like I said earlier, you could not make the argument that Adam and Eve were produced through the Darwinian process. That's not correct. You could make the argument that this fallen animal that we call man was produced through that process. I'm really not even convinced of that, but you could make that argument without violating the scriptures, I think. But I am a special creationist. And so I do believe that in the beginning, there were categories of life that were produced spontaneously. When we say spontaneously, it's like I've made the point so many times, we don't know what to visualize. But in some way or another, they came into existence from nothing. And so the Darwinian process is true. It's very clearly true. But what we're speaking of is, do we believe that general common ancestry and things like abiogenesis are compatible with the scriptures? And my answer to that would be no. I do think there's enough scripture to say that your definition of special creation has to be more conservative than that. But the process, the Darwinian process, is not only obviously true, but it is in no conflict whatsoever with the scriptures. And actually, to the contrary, in order for the earth to be populated with such speciation since the flood of Noah, they would have to depend upon the Darwinian process to be true in order for that to happen.
It's Adam and Eve, not Adam and like Steve.
Yeah, Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. That is correct, Logan. That's
your friend
an accurate
Steve.
assessment of the information.
I'm just joking.
Oh, Missing Mod's offering to send me a poem or a painting. My wife would probably love a painting, Missing Mod. Let us get the house done first so that we have somewhere to hang it, please. But I sure appreciate that offer. That's very kind, and I'm sure she'd love it.
What if she sent you a painting of that one painting, Bill Clinton in a dress?
Yeah, maybe don't send that one. Yeah. We're a whole household, so maybe don't send that one.
You know, they found that on Epstein's Island.
They're gonna find all kind of junk on that island. Yeah, we are an extremely conservative household, and so don't send that one.
What if she put a Claude in a dress?
Well, he is French. Their national battle flag is a white T-shirt.
But what do you think of this? He thinks Christian. He's trying to make a case that Christians can believe in evolution. Is that what he says?
I mean, I believe in the process of evolution, but yeah, I mean, he obviously believes in it all the way. And I don't say that you can't believe in Jesus and be a believer and believe that, but I think the scriptures are contrary to that. I think you would be misbelieving part of the scriptures. I do think that special creation in some capacity is a Christian value.
Yeah. What happened to Skylar? He said he couldn't talk.
I don't know. I was kind of hoping to talk to him a little bit, but I don't. Maybe he had something else to do.
Oh.
I do not know.
Uh,
I got to pull
what-
out of here in like 5 minutes, though, Logan. You got me for 5 more minutes, Logan. 5 more
Okay, you
minutes.
want to watch a little bit more?
I want to watch whatever you want to watch.
In other words, on other planets, the same laws of form, the same laws of nature will generate the same forms of life we see on Earth. So that's it. It's the idea. It goes back to Aristotle's forms that the biological world consists at its base of a series called primal patterns of basic forms generated by forms of form in nature. So that's structuralism. It doesn't get all the order. It's not explaining all the order of the biological world. It doesn't explain adaptation. It's an attempt to explain the bioplans, the basic plans, why we have insects, why we have vertebrates and things like this. The basic underlying patterns which underlie the basic taxa in the world.
The evidence process structuralism draws on comes from evidence of convergence and evolution. We know how evolution creates divergent species. Species split two separate species, even though they have a common ancestor. Thus, they diverge along different paths. But what we also see in evolution is hundreds of cases of convergence, where organisms not closely related independently evolve similar traits, forms, or physiology. A common example is the form of the shark, dolphin, and the ichthyosaur. Each of these species evolved independently to look similar, thus they all converge to the same point. Randomness in evolution.
Yeah.
I got to jump off, but I do want to comment on this before I go. What he just said is something that I say all the time. If you look at sharks, dolphins, and ichthyosaurs, which is just an easy try thing to look at. So dolphins are mammals, sharks are fish, and ichthyosaurs are reptiles. But morphologically, they look very, very similar, and they fill very similar niches in nature. And that tells us something. Examples like that tell us something, which is that certain niches are best filled by certain morphological or physiological traits. And so those kind of traits, when competing for those niches, are going to be favored. So while mutations themselves are random, put a caveat over here, as a theist, I don't think they're random. But why mutations are random, the favorability of mutations is highly predictable.
Oh.
Look, they're about to kill Steve Whitlow. I got to go to dinner. Logan,
Okay.
I will see you later.
See you later. Bye. Hello? Anyone there? Oh, Missing Mod.
You hear me?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm okay, I guess. Oh,
Hi, Big Bad Mama.
Hi, let's hash out this flat Earth stuff right now. I'm kidding.
Well, know what
How are you
happened?
guys?
I need to tell you what happened earlier, Big Bad Mama.
Uh-oh.
Earlier, guess who came on here?
Christian Pike.
Yeah, and two people these two other people.
Two other people. Are they Proverbs guy, former Proverbs guy people?
one was
Kinda.
Dan, and I don't know about the
Oh,
other one.
boy,
Christian and
Dan,
Wesley.
Dan was on. Oh, Wesley. Good.
And Dan.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that's exciting.
He got in a big talk with Wesley.
Wow.
Wesley said he's not a Christian because he won't tell the vision.
Wesley said he's not a Christian because he won't tell the vision.
Yeah, to Dan. Said Dan's not a Christian.
Oh, okay. Okay. Usually Wesley tells the vision pretty easily, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, we got crazy in it. He made Brother Pike so mad Brother Pike booed him.
He booted Wesley?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wesley can get a little ornery at times, but I just let him talk, you know.
Yeah. We think that Miss Mo's crazy. I had both
I
big
think
stars. Go ahead.
I think he's he gets a little out of hand. You got to have something to calm him down, like like art or something. But best news is I think you lost Claude. He sounds like he got saved for real.
Oh no, that's bad news.
You can't tell.
I haven't been following the chat. Is he converted?
I think so. I don't know. Sounds
Okay,
like
I'll have to have a talk with him.
it. Hey, and I was trying to get Chuck to put my comment on screen earlier about you asked if you were welcome back to my show, and I was like,
I was kidding. Yeah, I know
I
I'm
just want you
welcome
to
on
know
your show.
I really want you to. I hate that you don't.
Good,
like
good. I haven't either got the announcements or been around when you've had your shows, and so there's no reason I haven't been on. It's just the way. Oh, he's converted. Here he is to tell us the story.
Sorry about that, Claude. I didn't see
What's
you
happened, Claude? What's your
Hallelujah, brother. No, I did come on and actually spoke up for Dan in the face of an attack from that Wesley who I'd never encountered before. So you know.
Well, he did a little bit. He told you that his proof of creation is in your mouth. The 2 teeth was healed.
All right. Oh, okay. But I mainly came on to read my poem to Missing Maud because she didn't realize that I don't think that she. No, I have to find that bloody thing.
You don't know it by heart?
No, it's only 2 lines. Already, and I wrote it. There's only one woman in my life that causes me fission, and her name is the mud that's missing.
Oh.
I don't know what that one word means, though.
Fission. It's like explosive. It's like fission. Nuclear fission is when great big things blow up, isn't it? Is that what fission is?
Yeah, they break apart, atoms and such.
It's not going fishing. It's not fishing.
Nuclear fission. What was the line?
There's only one person in my life that causes me fission, and her name is the mud that's missing. Sort of close. Yeah.
Okay. Fission means like you're breaking apart, so she's kind of driving you crazy, it sounds like.
Well, it could be crazy with whatever, it can't be, it's not just crazy completely. It's not meant to be an interrogation.
I would have put fusion in there instead of fission, but that's just my...
There's only one person in my life that causes me fusion, and that's...
Well, that doesn't work.
Mod that doesn't work.
Sorry, it doesn't work. I apologize.
Wow.
I'll come up with
That's nice. I
think it's
Wrote that when you're in her dungeon?
I wrote a song about Missing Maud.
Yeah, a couple.
And nobody has ever heard it except for Missing Maud.
No. Well.
And it was on the ukulele.
I know. People
someday.
I know. Man, I really love that Proverbs guy in Missing Maud song. I thought that was so good. I wish we could.
Right, Missing Maud was going to have a show with Proverbs guy, and I made them a theme song. And then they had a fight, and it never got used.
Yeah, or I had a fight, really. Yeah, that was long before the Proverbs guy is what it is now. Well, not long before, but.
If you're tired of a life of grunging, get captured by Maud and put in her dungeon.
Grunging?
Stephen Lynn.
Grunging and dungeon.
Grunging.
Yeah, and I guess I scared Mark off. He's gone for good now. He found my record or something. I don't know.
He what?
He must have found my criminal record.
Oh, tell us about it.
Ooh, I don't know.
You don't have to.
Not a good idea. I don't want to
If
run
Mud
anybody off.
puts you in the dungeon with Steve Lynn, you never know what kind of movies you'll end up in.
Well, we do have the same name.
Really? Steve and Stephanie, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if his name is Steven, but I think I think it doesn't matter. I don't know. Maybe it does.
I think Stephanie Snack Balls is quite a nice name.
Yeah.
Or Balls
Snack hyphen balls. Snack balls.
Yeah, or Balls hyphen snack. I just don't know which is the better way to do it.
I don't know.
I want to be the boss.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm not really into the whole keeping your last name thing, but you know, it's all right, I guess. I'll be fine for now.
Okay.
But if we got together, it could be Mama Balls.
Or Big Bad Ball.
Yeah.
Big Bad Mama Balls.
Oh, but we already discussed they're not bad though. You know, like everybody's like, oh, grow a pair. It's like, don't grow a pair. Those things are sensitive. Which isn't funny, but it is funny. Kind of.
Oh.
I don't know.
Oh, would you like to see the video I sent Miss and Mod?
Yes.
Yeah.
Would that be all right,
let's
Miss
see
and Mod?
Of course.
Is it a
Wait,
good
it's out of
one?
me, right?
I'm gonna disappear at some point because my friend's coming over, but then she's gonna leave not too long after that. So I'll.
It
come
doesn't take
Oh.
long at your age.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I knew that's. I didn't mean for it to sound
Well,
like that, but when it was coming out of my mouth, I realized what happened.
Yes, I think you're digging a deeper hole.
Oh, Ryan!
Is this Larry's show?
No, this is my show. Sorry.
Oh, hey, what's up, guys? Well,
Hi, Ryan.
someone just sent me a link saying it was Larry's show. Hey, everybody.
That's a good way to get an audience.
Cindy just sent.
Sorry, Ryan.
How are y'all doing
Pretty
tonight? I'm
good.
just here visiting the Buckinghams, and we're just having a time over at Dad Buckingham's place.
Well,
Is
do
that
they got a
Buckingham
palace?
Palace?
But, well, let me see if I'm going to go ahead and head on out and see if I can find Larry's show. I thought I didn't know why they would do it on Restream. I'm sorry if I interrupted you guys.
That's all right.
No, you're fine.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
for coming by.
See you later.
All
You're
right.
welcome
Bye,
anytime.
guys. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
I just want to say, Big Bad Mama, what were you saying was coming out of the mouth or something? Your mouth? The words were coming out of your mouth, right? Yes. You realize?
Well, I knew they were going to be. I knew it was going to be taken the way you guys took it.
No. I was purely thinking that it would take a long time to eat. Well, actually, it's not. As you get older and your lunch is pureed and you have it through a straw, it doesn't take long for you to eat it. So that's what I thought you were referring
Oh, okay.
Like, as you lose your-
My mind goes to a different place.
Do you have
That was
hillbilly
funny.
teeth?
What you guys said to Achilles the other day, when he said, "Oh, I have a bigger telescope." You guys say you don't need to brag about it.
I said it's not the size of the telescope that matters, Achilles. It's how you use it. Kenny agreed with me.
Did any
We
females
bonded.
agree?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'll stop laughing like an evil genius now.
This
my
is one of the face swipe things I have. This is me. The real
Best time that I swear I will call you again.
is that?
That's the real me.
Oh,
Just
okay.
comes busting out the door like like that.
Yeah, that's what I really look like. Oh, Big Bad Mama. That was so funny when you said the Achilles.
Achilles cracks you up every time he talks, I think.
What is it called?
Yes. He has his funny side. That's why I put that thing up, but I wasn't sure it was funny. But I checked with Missing Marge. She said it was funny. The extract from Seinfeld where they have the soup man who's very mean to everybody. He reminds me of that soup man.
Oh no.
Does he remind you of him, or am I on the wrong track?
Yeah, he does.
No more soup for you for a year. But mine is for life. No more soup for me for life.
Oh no.
No, you we're going to DAL, remember?
Oh yes.
So you're getting
Achilles
soup.
is not going to be there, so that's okay.
Oh,
over.
I thought you said it was you and Kent.
Oh yeah. No. This was Achilles. Yeah. This was he banned me. Yeah, Achilles, not Kent. No.
Art Kelly.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yes, we're all going to go later this year. A Big Bad Mama, what have you made for lunch for your guest? What are you going to send out?
A big
lasagna. Oh, I love lasagna.
A heaping bowl of Big Bad Mama.
Have a hidden helping of your hospitality. Hills, that is, Beverly Hills. Yes. Oh.
No, this is just one of my old work buddies.
Yeah. But you're having a meal together.
No. She's going to drop off some things for my cat and then some other things for me to donate to the cat shelter. And she just wanted to come by and drop them off. But she'll probably want to visit with my kitty a little bit because she's such a sweetheart.
Oh, your kitty is a nice one. Yeah.
It's really nice. Yeah, very, very sociable.
Part of a cat religion?
I'm there if you guys start a cat religion.
Cod already
I already did because I believe in my cat.
That's right.
It's
You believe in cats.
I believe in cats, so therefore, apparently, it's a religion. I must be worshipping it.
Yeah.
Well,
You believe in monkeys?
Anyway, don't you? You do worship your cat. You really know you do.
Yeah.
They have you under control.
Right.
They do.
Yeah, my cat like to go to my door, start crying, and when I open up, she runs off. It's weird. And she leaves socks at my door.
Aw.
I end up having to pick her up and bring her in here.
Are they your socks or someone else's socks?
I don't know. Anything. She finds whatever she can and bring it and leave it at my door.
Does she go outside?
No.
Does your cat go outside or always stay inside?
Sometimes she go out there for a little bit, but I'll bring her back in. She's not an outside kitty.
Right. Yeah.
The adder one is.
Yeah.
Are you outside cat?
Well, I'm normally kicked outside all the time, except when I'm confined in my dungeon.
Would Stephen Land whipping you?
He probably would. I don't know. It's been good. It's been good today, and I'm glad I came on to defend Dan. I thought Wesly was being a bit mean to Dan.
Okay. Wesly, he believes that he saw a vision, and everyone else did too, but they deny it.
Interesting. Yeah. I don't know. Do people have visions nowadays? Is that acceptable from the Bible point of view, or are the days of visions over? I don't know. I don't know the answer.
Stephen said he saw a vision before about football.
But a vision of beauty is not really, it's not what, we're thinking of a vision that tells the future, perhaps.
Well, we'll watch the television.
Yeah, that like makes a.
What do they call television in France?
Well, they just call it TV too. That's all they. Yeah. It's not really got a different word.
And
but nowadays people don't watch it much. It's pretty well over. You know what people now do? They go on this YouTube, go on the internet, and they go on like Netflix and stuff. You know.
Oh, that's still on TV.
I don't know anybody who watches the television anymore. You know.
Oh no.
True. But you know the word vision. Where's the word vision come from? France. Vision.
It did? Whoa.
I did not know that either.
Yep. Actually, now I will just have a quick, just in case.
We see that video I showed Miss Ahmad. I put me in this one video, like I did with you before. Put you on this one phase. It's crazy. We say Claude.
But you do so many crazy things with me. I forget what's going on.
Yeah, I put you on that Van Gogh guy. Put your face in it. I put you on the Zatter painting. It's weird. And this one guy, and I put you on this one guy walking with these gangster guys. Yeah. Big Bad Mama. That was quick.
Yeah, I just went downstairs and grabbed it out of her car window.
Oh, well, you failed there big time.
I knew it was a drug deal. That's what I thought.
It's a big, huge bag of cat toys.
Oh,
that's nice.
I take them to a place called Friends of Cats, and it's a no-kill shelter that's east of here, and they need donations. So,
that's nice.
I have to ask Missing Mod, does she run a no-kill shelter too? Or...
it depends if you bite or not.
Right, you're probably the fourth one this month.
Fourth one this month.
In her dungeon. The rest, the other three have been liquidated.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Big Ben, I actually had Wesly on here. Is that crazy?
Wow.
And
was he friendly?
Yeah, but today he got in some argument with Dan, I guess.
Okay, I'm gonna have to watch that.
Yeah, he told Dan he's not a Christian because he won't tell the vision.
Claude, did you go on with Wesly, or?
No, I went on when I heard it. Wesly, for some reason, the way he spoke reminded me of what's it called, hip hop and non. Like he talked quite a lot, but I was surprised it wasn't hip hop and non. But when he was starting to call Dan not a Christian, I thought, well, that's not fair. I mean, you can say many things and we can have arguments, but to question someone's sincere beliefs when it comes to that, I thought that was a bit beyond the pale, you know.
Yeah, so you're not the first. You're not the first one to think that. I mean, he's been kicked off every show that he's tried to go on.
I said, it's going to be a surprise to you, Dan, but I've come on here to support you. Yeah. So I did.
Yeah, Brother Pike, one who kicked him off.
Okay. Well, I don't blame people for kicking him off, but I just encourage people to go to his channel and listen to some of his music because the guy is a really good composer.
Oh, so that's good. Everybody has their strengths. So.
He's a very good pianist and a composer. So I encourage you to check out Wesly Curry II.
Okay. And then the other one, the other one I heard the other day was one I hadn't heard before. What's his name? He ended up on the show of the Brett Keane.
Von Helton.
Von Helton, my goodness. So it's been a week of...
Missy Maud's familiar with Von Helton.
I love Von Helton. I really
Well,
like him, actually.
Well, he started. It seemed to me. I don't know. Tell me if I've got this wrong. He's talking about starting a church called the Freedom Church because aliens had told him to do it. They chose the name. Does
No,
that sound right?
well, it's kind of like that, but it's he is visited by
The gods
I
of
don't
creation.
know. Yeah, that's what it is.
The what?
Three. It's three, right, Logan? He's got three that come to see him.
I think so.
They come, hey, I'm just telling you what he said. They told him to go online and preach freedom religion. And then they also said that you'll know when they take over because the whole world will be covered in butterflies.
How does
I
that
love that.
fit in?
I love that
I'm
start.
serious here. How does that fit in with not adding to the Bible? I mean, I just don't know.
He's a pagan.
Yeah.
He's a
He's
pagan.
a pagan. He's not a
Yeah,
Christian.
he's not a Christian. No.
I think he's a polytheist, isn't he?
Yeah, he
What does
believes
that
in
mean?
well, 3 gods.
Claude, I sent you a video that I did of him with him and Brett when I was trolling them.
Oh, yeah. Ah, right. Yes, I'll have a look.
Check it out.
We took that video I have. I sent to Miss Ahmad.
It's
Van
good.
Helton sounds like a movie or something to me. I don't know.
He's a character. I like to watch him.
All right.
I
okay.
I have an interview with him too, like him and John, the guy that he streams with. I've
Oh,
talked to him
okay.
a few times. You
I can't
haven't
help.
seen it, Big Grandma?
I think so. I'm sorry. I can't help finding that stuff kind of funny. I just can't help it. I just can't help it. Von
That's all right.
Helton being visited by 3 aliens is just funny to me.
Yeah, don't worry, Big Bad Mama. We forgive you.
Thank you.
Well, we took that video I had where I put me into this one thing.
Can you be more specific?
I showed you guys earlier. It was crazy. Also, here's other videos.
Oh yeah, that was good, Logan.
Yeah, I put other videos. I put Claude on a Van Gogh painting.
Nice.
Her painting was it's all kinds of paint. This was funny. But yeah, that Van Halen guy, he believes in God's creation. I think I remember hearing him saying that he tried to use his powers with the gods to stop the storm from hurting people.
Okay.
Yeah. He's
And
on
do
there
you know
with that.
that Missy Maud's going to talk to Ken Hovind tomorrow?
You are?
Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna call him. I think I'm gonna call him in the morning, and then do a stream after.
Oh.
And
Do you know what you're going to talk to him about?
No.
Okay,
not
ask him
now.
about.
Actually, it probably. I don't know.
Can you ask him? Could he come up about him debating Claude on my show?
That might cause the conversation to end.
That would not be a good icebreaker.
I was going to ask you, Ghost, will I find some sort of short with me in a dungeon when I look next on your channel? Me in a dungeon
Okay.
and missing.
That's a good idea.
She'll have a key. You know?
And could I have that guy Stephen Len be in there whipping you?
No, we don't want that guy anywhere.
Right.
I'm
Missy
just
Maud, are
joking.
you just going to talk to him about what's going on, or are you going to get into a discussion about religion with him?
I'm not. See, because I did have a plan. Like I kind of had a plan, but
You should have a kind of a topic that you want to talk about, because then you'll get more out of the conversation, I think.
yeah.
He could, if you don't, then he's just going to make small talk and kind of crack some jokes. So this is just based on my experience of calling him.
Oh no, I believe you. I definitely am going to take that into consideration.
Yeah, and put Claude in the dungeon. Right, Claude?
I like Claude with a Snow White me. That was so funny. where he's like down there as all the 7 dwarves.
What? Which one am I? Grumpy and dopey?
All of them.
You're all of them.
Oh.
It's so cute. I love it.
Thank you. Yeah. Can you ask him? Yeah, that'd be great. I'd love to see him on. That'd be great. He could come on my show and debate Claude.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Let's see if it happens.
But what are they going to debate on?
Tax evolution.
Types of evolution.
Tax evolution.
We'll probably only get to the first one.
Yeah, tax only gave birth to another tax.
Stop it, you naughty people.
Are you nervous, Miss Iman?
No, not really.
Yeah, you don't
be
have to
nervous,
be.
Miss Amon. He's more scared of you. You are scared of him.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm just like
Tell him
bummed
I know
again.
what. Tell him you want to come visit DAL.
Yeah, I do want to too.
Right. So that could be your icebreaker.
No fifth wife jokes though.
No what? Oh no. No. Well don't yeah, you shouldn't make that joke to him.
What if we ask you to massage him?
Over the phone.
I would probably over the phone. Well, I was gonna say I'd probably help him out, but I don't.
Jeez.
Not like that, you filthy person.
You're gonna help him out?
Well, I mean, if it's just a foot rub, I'm good.
You seen that video I made that made Mrs. Outcast laugh crazy? Do you saw that,
yeah.
Mrs. Mott?
I think you sent it to me, but I don't remember.
Did you just make it, or was it a while ago?
Yeah, a while ago. You don't remember it made Mrs. Outcast go crazy?
Well, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. What if he dressed like that when you give him a massage? Oh, she's joking.
I would wonder. Whoa. I don't know what to think then. Just thinking about that's like, oh, I'm not going to. No, I do still want to go to DAL. I'll just ignore it. At least you'd be keeping it interesting.
You'd have a good time there.
I know. I wish I would have went when Grayson went.
You could always take a donation. That's what you could phone and talk about, a donation. And
Grayson stayed the night there, Big Bad Mama. Why wouldn't you?
Grayson, for one thing, Grayson was with somebody, I think.
Oh.
And I was all alone.
You were scared.
And I just didn't want to. I mean, I had a beautiful hotel room. And the thought of staying in a cabin there it just didn't appeal to me.
where is the nearest place? How far away to stay in a hotel?
Bruton, which is, I think, probably about 20 miles.
Is that where the Chinese is and the
Yes.
others?
Yes.
Wow. Is it a big place or small?
Yeah, it's not huge, but it's got all the, it's near the freeway goes right through there. So it's got all places to stay and restaurants and stuff like that.
Mm.
But I did go there twice. I didn't just go there once. I went there during the daytime, and then I went and took a nap, and then I went back at night.
Or to Bruton or to DAL?
I went to Bruton to go take a nap in the middle of the day,
right.
And then I went back to see the Whack and Atheist recording that evening.
Cool. A live show?
A live show. I was in the front row.
Wow.
And Kent even mentioned me in the video. He said, "How'd you like the real tour?" I said, "Yeah, it was fun."
What did he call you? Your name? Or
Yeah, he called me my name.
he didn't call you Big Bad Mama?
No. I hadn't even
Wow.
released any videos at that point. I was just like a troll.
Right.
Not that I'm not still that, but
Sure
yeah.
you're not a
So
leprechaun?
what's that?
Are you sure you're not a leprechaun?
I don't know. You'll have to guess. It could be.
Oh, if you talk, what would you like to Miss Amanda ask him?
I don't. She should just go with her heart when she talks to him, and
Just have a chat.
just have a chat with him.
The green
What is the
bubble?
wheel in the middle of the wheel?
That's part of the vision.
Ezekiel?
Yep. Uh-oh, I triggered him. With the avatar.
Yeah. Are you that lady angel that told him the vision?
No. Nope. That was not me. That was a demon or something.
Oh, so was it?
Riding in a green Volvo.
Have you read the entire Bible, Miss Iman?
No, I haven't. You have, Logan?
No, I read a lot of it.
Oh.
I've read Genesis and Exodus and the New Testament.
Have you ever read books of second opinions?
Second Opinions? No, I haven't read that yet.
What about you, Claude? Have you?
I've read over the years a lot. I remember some things quite well, and other things I forget.
Have you ever read?
So Wesley's leaving some chats.
Yeah.
Let's see. What does it say?
You really got Jesus mad at you, and you shall be put into heck for not telling the vision.
Oh, that's nice.
Are you going to get your own omni mark on your forehead or in your wrist? Are you?
Who?
Those are some sweet messages.
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice guy.
But Big Bad Mama. Yeah, it was bit crazier. You already got a big of argument with Dan.
Wow.
I felt bad for Dan. First time he comes on my show. I ended up getting into an argument with Wesly. I felt bad. What do you think, Big Bad Mom?
I am trying to read these messages and decipher their meaning, but I'm having a hard time.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
What about you, Claude?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
I'm reading the messages too.
Oh. What about Miss Ahmad? What are you doing?
Well, I would say reading the messages, but I'm not out there, so usually the chat's pretty slow when I'm not out there, but I don't know.
Oh, it was crazy. I feel bad for Dan. First time we come on here and he gets in an argument with Wesley.
Oh, is that the first time he's on your show?
Yeah, both of them.
Wow. It's good.
Yeah, I wonder what his brother Northly and his sister Southly and his other sister Eastly have to say.
I have to leave and come back.
Why? What happened?
Oh, something's wrong with my phone.
Well, I'm sorry.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Wesley
Oh,
just says, duh.
There we go. There we go. I fixed it.
Oh, that's good. But
Is Wesley going to come on, or?
Why is he gonna be mean now? I'm about to ban him.
Oh, are you going to block him?
I should.
People
It's like
watching
two people, but you're one of them, Wesley.
It's not the quality of the show. It's not the size of the show that counts. It's what you do with it.
Oh,
when you said that to when you said that to Achilles, that was funny. When he said I have a bigger what's it called?
Telescope?
Yeah, and he said you don't have to brag about
I did tell him my telescope was bigger than his.
Oh, Mark's here.
Is he talking to Wesley?
He says E-L-L-O.
Hello. He's speaking in French.
Oh. He was taking a nap. Did you
Oh, that's a good idea.
Lit the blanket in your teddy bear and lay down and he said, yeah, did you? He said before he woke up, Sky was in there talking to him. He was half asleep.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Mark?
That'd be scary.
Yeah, he said that when he went to war, he didn't need a gun. His hands is his guns.
Who was that?
His hands are lethal weapons?
Yeah. Yeah, he says he had to license them by the UN.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who said that?
Mark. His hands is like
really?
nuclear weapons.
Licensed by the UN 007 Club.
Isn't the UN like their thing not to? Well, I guess they do have an army, right, or something. I don't even know.
Well, they get a coalition together through the UN if they need countries to cooperate for some sort of a war.
Mark takes 2 Omni chips.
Oh, okay. I always wondered that about Mark.
Yeah, you got that $30-something, Mark?
I don't know why a person that believes the Bible would even risk it. Like you have no clue if you're right or not, so don't take the mark. Freaking.
I'm getting the Omni chip put into my forehead tomorrow, as a matter of fact.
Now I know you will, but I'm saying Mark believes the Bible and he just knows that he's right, so he's gonna take the mark. Like, get a grip. Like, come on, man.
They'll
Don't
just
even risk it.
have to scan my forehead at the movie theater.
Oh, Lord. I asked Mark Reed if it, because I know he knows about the mark of the beast, so I'm like, obviously he knows. But I'm like, would you, if they started offering the mark, would you take it? And Aiden said yeah. So I don't remember what Mark said, but that was the end of our video or the
I mean,
stream.
if that was the only way you were going to get money coming in, and they were going to cut your money supply off unless you took some sort of a chip under your skin or whatever, that would be a tough decision, I would think.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be a chip though. I don't
Well, it's
think
not going to be anything. I mean, it doesn't exist.
Well, if it does one day, what are you going to do? What are you going to do if they say you got to take this mark on your forehead or your hand? I mean, seriously, like if they ever did that, what would you do?
He is a Mark Stoney.
I know. I was saying for a while I was going to take the Markro chip, but yeah, nothing works. Nothing.
It's my belief that no government that pushed that would ever be re-elected. So
Exactly.
For that reason alone, they won't, because who's going to vote for a government that does that again? It would be.
I'm not saying it's going to happen for sure. I'm saying what if.
All right. What if? Well, where would I want it? Let me think.
But we
Where
can.
would you want it?
Yeah. Where would you want your chip embedded, Claude?
But I mean, you guys know what it is. So like if it happened, what would you think? Would you think, Oh man, that book isn't right. I just know
I
it's
would
not.
fight. I would fight having it. I don't want some chip put in under my skin.
Okay, good.
I
I'm
would
glad to
end
hear
up with
that.
a chip on both shoulders.
God, I thought
Yeah.
you said you were saved.
Well, I'm not keen on having a chip in me either. Oh,
Are you sure?
yeah,
Oh.
absolutely.
I think I know what it is, but I'm not gonna say because
What is it? Come
I
on.
can't. I can't
Spill it.
because
Spill it.
I can't. It's something that changes your DNA. That's all I know. I know for a fact. It really does. It does. It does. It does. I
So
wish I
it's
could
like
go
a
into it, but I can't.
chemical that the government's going to give us to alter our DNA, and through that alteration, they're going to be able to do
And you
what?
will be you'll be unredeemable. That I don't know what'll
Really?
happen after that. Well, I mean, if they can
Unredeemable.
change your DNA, they can make you do anything. You know, run faster or whatever. They're trying it now. I mean, they do it all the time. Many of us have had one. Not the final one yet, but
You had your
it's
DNA changed by the government?
well, I mean, lots of things change your DNA, but I'm saying this thing goes into your body and tries to change because cancer cells are what make your DNA. So usually that if you get cancer, it's some kind of I don't know. Well, it's definitely yeah. I don't want to get into that because it's the health thing, but yeah, it makes sense to me, but I could be wrong.
But you're an
I don't know.
angel lady.
Well, thank you, but that means I'm very bad. Very bad angel.
What does it mean to be redeemed? Is that the same as being saved, or?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it'll like change your DNA to where you're not I'm not sure.
You're not savable.
Yeah, basically you're not human anymore. You're something else.
Jeez.
Mark's out there sounding like a non-believer. It's like, get a freaking clue, dude. Why would you ever spread that word? Like, why would you ever let that be a risk on anybody? You know, like just say, hey, don't take that. You know, we're all gonna die anyway. Like, you know, what's 10 more years without it? You know.
What am I missing?
figure
What
it
are we
out.
missing here?
Mark's out there saying, here's how this thing that doesn't exist works. Yeah, it does exist. It absolutely does exist. What I'm talking about. I can't say the word though. You guys could guess if you thought about it.
Ice cream?
Yeah. Ice cream. Hey, you know, my family makes ice cream. Oh, okay. Is he talking about the
Nice.
omni too? Maybe he was talking about something else.
We used to make ice cream when I was a kid with the crank and the.
My aunt
It was
and uncle,
delicious.
they make ice cream and sell it at like Disney and stuff. It's old fashioned ice cream, and it is
Ooh,
fattening and delicious.
that's good stuff.
Yeah, I wanted to take a bucket of it down to Kent Hovind whenever I go see him, but
But
I don't know.
Kent
He may
Hovind
not
put-
survive eating all that.
But he put peanut butter on his pizza.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
I asked him what sort of brand he used, and he said the cheapest brand
Of what? Of pizza?
of peanut butter.
Oh,
Crybaby asked him what kind of peanut butter he used, and he said the cheapest kind.
all right. Well, probably had to say that. But no reason why you couldn't donate a nice jar of the very best, the finest peanut butter in the South.
Yeah, that's what you could bring him.
Is this a toy show?
Well, that's what a certain person said.
Yeah, Wesley, he's been around here for a while. He was kicked off of Father Charles' show 3 times.
Oh my goodness.
One, what he said to Rosary, he went off on her. Second time, he said to Brian Newman. And third time was from Brother Pike. Now he got kicked off my show by Brother Pike.
Well, I've been kicked off about 10 times, not from this show.
On Steven's show, right?
Yeah, I've been kicked off. I've been kicked off more times than you can imagine, boy.
Wow.
Ah, okay, so it's going to be an omni vaccine.
That's what I thought, that the point of this chip was to identify people, and instead of using a swipe card, when you get money or you pay for something, they just
That's
scan
what I thought.
your buttocks or whatever. You have to choose between the left and the right. And
just think of how they just did it to where you can't go in a grocery store without a mask on. I mean, people are scared to death of viruses and stuff. I mean, it's the perfect plan, really, if you think about it, because they're not going to let you in unless you have the mark.
Do you have to wear a mask still over there?
No, not for years.
Not now, but think about it when it happened, when it first started.
It really wasn't that bad. I mean,
my dad wouldn't even give me a hug. He said, "Oh, I don't want to get anybody sick." I'm like, I don't give a crap if I get sick, Like, I want to hug my dad. I'm glad I did too. He was mad about it. I mean, I would he's just like everyone else. He probably just thought I was crazy.
Mud, you're apparently very tall. Was your father tall as well?
I was taller than him, so I'm not really sure. Yes. I'm taller than both of my parents, and my brother is taller than me, so I don't know where it comes from. I think it's from my dad's side. I'm not sure.
It must be somewhere further back, because it's unusual to be taller than your dad. Yeah. You could be the boss when you're the tallest.
I pretty much was.
Yeah, she could fly. She's an angel lady.
She ain't the tallest here.
You're going to get Ajax here complaining, calling me an angel lady again.
Look, I have to go, folks. It's been nice to chat. Talk to you another day. Okay.
Thank you for coming on.
Bye,
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. That was weird. His picture turned around when he left. But,
did you do that?
No, not
he walked out. That was funny.
But Big Bad Mama, did you ever? Does a place you ever go to make you wear a mask?
Well, they used to, yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah, Mark's acting like that's not real.
It wasn't like it really wasn't the horrible inconvenience that people made it seem like. I mean, literally, when I go into a store and when I leave a store, it's like 10 minutes, and so. That's all. You have to put on the mask for 10 minutes, and then you're out of there.
Are you sure? What if
that's how it was where I lived?
That's not the point, though. The point is, if they can require you to do something like that out of fear, well, what's to say, there's not going to be a worse thing in the future where they're like, yeah, you can't come in without this mark because that'll tell us you've been, whatever. You've had that, your DNA changed.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Oh,
what if they make you wear a Michael Myers mask?
That would be better. Now, what's the origin of the Michael Myers mask? What did they use to make the Michael Myers mask slogan? Exactly. It was a William Shatner mask.
Oh.
Yeah. And what if they have a Ken Hova mask?
And, I met one of the original Michael Myers from Halloween, from the first Halloween.
Oh, is it the one who went on to be a director?
No, it was the stunt Michael Myers. And if you remember the scene where he fell off a balcony or something?
Yeah.
That was the guy I met.
You know what helped gave John Copper the idea for Michael was this kid he saw at a mental institution that gave him that stare he talked about.
Oh, okay. Well, I would have thought that the inspiration for Michael Myers came from the Leatherface and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, Mark Stoney.
Hey, Mark.
Oh, hello.
We missed you. You missed your great buddy, Wesly.
Oh, it'll be all right. I got something to show you.
Okay.
If I can pull it up.
Oh boy. I was so scared. I was like, he found my record. He's never coming back.
How does this work? Okay.
Go to share screen.
Entire screen. We'll just do that. Okay, sure.
Oh my God!
I found
What
it.
is?
It's the Omni tattoo.
It's the Omni tattoo.
Oh no.
They do have an app, a money app that's called Omni. I showed it to Logan a long time ago.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a tattoo, Mark.
I don't know. I guess so. That's
We
what
need
Wesley
to-
says. You get a tattoo, and you get your $32,000, and you get your children ground up into a bag of dog food.
Awesome. No.
But I do get the 32,000.
Yes, that's what's most
Okay.
important. Don't worry about
Right.
your kids being ground up and fed back to you as meat.
Oh, then we have to eat the children?
Yes, that's the plan.
Okay.
This stuff is crazy though, and like Missing Mod, you're out there, you're over here saying that, like, I'm gonna take it, and it's like gonna change my DNA, and it's like some kind of mark of the beast. No, what Wesley is or describing is pure fantasy. It's not real.
I wasn't talking about what
It's the
Wesley was talking
delusions of a
about.
paranoid schizophrenic. So
I wasn't talking about what he was talking about. I
I
wasn't
was.
saying he was right.
No,
Well,
No,
you were
she's
talking
got
about
her
what I
own.
was talking about, and I
She's
was
got
talking
her
about what
own
he was talking
idea.
about.
Mizzy Mod
What's
has
your
her
idea?
own version of this.
I don't think it's funny at all, to be honest, because
the
it
Omni
literally
tattoo?
just killed my parents. No,
The
the
Omni
other thing
tattoo?
that I was talking about, the real thing. Omni is just a name that's this guy made up.
Yeah, he
Said
made
some
it up.
angel came and seen him in a green Volvo. Like, I've heard the whole thing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, that's what you're talking about, Missy Mod?
No, that's what Mark was talking about, apparently.
No,
I
but
wasn't.
you're talking about them giving us cancer, basically.
I'm saying that it might be that. I'm pretty sure because it lines up, and what better to get people to scare them into taking something.
How does it line
Hey,
up
take it.
exactly?
I don't. Huh?
How does it
What?
line up?
Well, I mean, the name match. Well, the name comes out to 666, which that could mean nothing too. Because see, it has to be a man, or it has to be something. I think it has to be something that is maybe not a man, but trying to pass as one. Because it's the number of man. I don't know. All I
Number
do
of
know
gay
is
man.
don't take that thing. That's all I know.
Well,
Because
how do we know what it
it is
is?
trying to change your DNA. That's what it was doing to my dad. I only know from my experience. I'm not saying for sure, but whatever. It's easy to just not believe it. Just to treat it like Wesley, I guess.
Well, it's just interesting that people have different ideas of what it is or what it's going to be. And Wesley has his idea. I mean, I just don't believe that there's this conspiracy. And why would the government want a bunch of sick, ill people around when it costs money to the government to care for those people?
Well, I don't think that it's like going to happen like that. I'm saying they're trying to get it right. Obviously it's not working because it's killing people. But I'm not saying in the future that it won't work. I don't know.
Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on here with Dan and Brother Pike.
Pike.
Wesley made Brother Pike so mad he kicked him.
Oh wow.
Kicked him out of there. What do you think
Did
that was?
Did Dan leave willingly, or did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
He had no problem with Dan, but it was that Wesley. He also said that dinosaurs are those skeletons are dinosaurs.
The what?
Yeah, those skeletons are not actual dinosaurs, but demons.
Oh, like just dinosaur bones in general, dinosaur skeletons in museums and stuff?
Yeah, they're actually demons made, like their bodies made in form of a skeleton.
Okay.
He said it before on Steven's show.
I mean, it's hard to even there's no even rebuttal of that, really.
I heard people not believing in dinosaurs.
I've heard of that, yeah.
they were put here to fool us. Other people think was the devil put them here. Well, yeah, we think that.
Well, there's also people that believe that birds are robots, aren't there?
Birds aren't real. They're definitely not real. You got to believe me.
I've had one crap on me, so.
Well, that's
I know
just
they're
your
real.
imagination. So, hey, Mod.
Oh, I'm delusional.
There's a mark mentioned in Ezekiel 9. Would you have taken that one?
I don't know. What is it? What is it? What?
Well, I mean, God commanded a man clothed in linen to go through the city of Jerusalem, put a mark on the foreheads. Would you have taken that one?
Wasn't that for believers, though?
Well, you tell me. I'm just asking you if you would have taken it.
Why don't we bring up the scripture?
Okay.
Can you do that, Mark?
Yeah.
Why? Would you have taken it? You can take it. I'm not telling you not to.
Absolutely, I would have.
Well,
it
you
wouldn't
can
have been
take
my
the
choice,
one
though.
coming. You can take the one coming, too, if you want. That's fine.
What do you mean
I'm
one
not going to
coming?
fight with you about it. You know which
What are you
one.
talking about? No, I don't. I really don't.
You got to stop this. You got to stop
I'm going to
this.
take the one with the 32,000.
Well, that's a fantasy made up by a schizophrenic. So let's see. Here we go. Ezekiel chapter 9. Behold, 6 men came from the way of the higher gate, which lieth towards the north, and every man a slaughter weapon in his hand. And one man among them was clothed with linen, with a writer's inkhorn by his side. And they went in and stood beside the brazen altar. And the glory of the Lord of Israel was gone up from the house, or from the cherub whereupon he was, to the threshold of the house. And he called to the man clothed with linen, which had the writer's inkhorn by his side. And the Lord said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Wow.
I would have taken that mark.
That's a good mark.
You know, Hitler gave a mark. Hitler gave a mark, too, for the Jews.
Okay.
I'm just saying. There's lots of
Well,
marks
that's
out there.
whataboutism.
Oh,
What
God.
does that mean?
I cannot stand that crap.
How does that
is
even matter?
It's
How
like,
does that apply?
I'm
How does that have
just
anything
saying.
to do with what we're talking about?
It has something to do with a mark.
All right, what I'm trying to demonstrate to you is that there are different marks. All right, there's me. I'm Mark. But there's the mark in the Old Testament. There's the mark in the New Testament. They're completely different things, right? And then there's this Omni tattoo stuff that Wesly has concocted. It's fake. Okay.
Did Wesly invent this, or is this an idea that he?
No, he made it up. Nobody
He didn't make
anywhere
it
else in
up.
the world pushes this stuff. Yes, he did. This is entirely his delusion.
I think he really had some kind of vision or something, and it's not real, but I don't think he's making it up. I mean, he says it
If
so much.
it's not real, it's made up.
No, but I'm saying in his mind it isn't.
Well, that's irrelevant to the truth. If an idea that has never existed before comes from somebody, they made it up.
I just looked at. I just Googled it, and the only thing that came up was Wesley's video.
I'm telling you, it's paranoid, schizophrenic rambling, and I don't think he does know the difference between the reality of it and that it's made up. But it's made up. It's not real. This mark that Wesley Curry is talking about is a delusion. And I don't mean to say that disrespectfully towards him, but it is.
Well, it's definitely disrespectful, but it's whatever.
It's a delusion. It's not disrespectful. I'm making an observation. He himself admits that he's a schizophrenic. Like, he's diagnosed medically. That's a real thing, and he knows it. And schizophrenics make stuff up that's not real.
Mark,
do you know any schizophrenics, Mark?
I do, actually.
Okay.
I've met a few.
Okay.
Beside who?
What?
Oh, nothing.
She was going to say me.
No, no, I wasn't. I'm not gonna say it though, because I'm.
Are you really convinced by Wesley's story? Like seriously?
No.
Okay.
No. What the hell? Why is that? I knew that's what you thought.
No, she's got her own. She's got her own version of this, Mark. I mean, I think she just said it.
Oh, is it the
He
Ken
doesn't
Hova
listen.
one?
Oh, okay.
Is it the
No.
Ken Hova story?
No, wait. Oh, he thinks the barcode, right?
He said
Well,
there's
he
going to be.
thinks it's a microchip now. He used to think it's a barcode.
Yeah. And he says
Um,
soon stores won't be taking any more cash.
I do think that it makes sense, like when you think about, they say that you're going to be covered in sores. I mean, if a lithium battery or something busts open inside your body, I mean, that's going to cause a problem. But I mean, so that part kind of made sense to me, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know anything for sure. I'm just saying, yeah, don't get the
You're
other thing.
speculating.
Yeah, exactly. Which is totally legal.
I didn't say
By
it was
the way.
illegal.
Well, you're acting like the cops, so I mean, relax, you know. acting
I'm
like the,
worried
acting
that
like
you
the
were
true
actually. No,
police.
listen. I was genuinely worried that you were believing Wesley's spiel, and
No.
I've already been over this about him time and time again. I mean, the guy's crazy, and he admits it, and nothing he says should be taken seriously.
Well, we're just trying to be nice to him, you know.
Aw.
You know,
Yeah,
he's been
let's-
really calm one time, and that was when I was on Steven's stream and I painted. I don't remember which one it was, but because I've been on there a couple times, but he just like chilled out and was like able to have a normal conversation, and it was nice.
Yeah, that's.
He played the keyboard for us one time.
Oh, he's
and
he's a very talented musician.
The sound wasn't coming through too well, but he was actually on one of the streams playing a song.
He's a very talented musician. I'm not saying that schizophrenics are just completely worthless as people. I'm just saying these crazy
No, not at
ideas
all.
that they present should be acknowledged as just that, delusions of a paranoid schizophrenic mind. It doesn't have anything to do with their character. It's a medical condition.
I asked him about the egg he made of me.
The egg?
Yeah, it was a while ago. He took an egg and drew my avatar picture on there.
He was cute.
That's pretty funny.
Wow.
Yep, Mark missed it all.
What did I miss?
Everything.
Mike, are you the Mark of the Stony?
Yeah.
Oh.
What do you want, dog?
What about you, Big
Why are
Man
you
Mama?
beating my chair
Are you
with your
gonna take
tail?
Mark of the Stony?
I don't. If that's how it goes, I'll take the mark. Yeah.
I know Mrs. Mod would.
If there's money involved,
I would.
especially.
I would actually.
What do you think of that joke I made earlier that you have a blow up doll of Mark?
It's funny, but I think he believes that.
What was
No.
the joke?
I've never acknowledged that truth.
Okay, good. I'm just making sure.
And she also had pictures of him everywhere he goes type
Oh.
picture.
A blow up doll.
And her bed has a like a picture of him on her entire bed.
No, it's on the ceiling, so she can stare up at me while she sleeps.
It's on both sides.
And her TV's connected to your cameras.
Oh no.
I tell you one thing in confidence. You tell him everything.
What if we fall in another dimension where Skylar and Wesly are brothers
Where do they live?
on the moon?
Okay, then it's fine.
That's about right.
And Miss Mod is the president of the United States of America.
Oh God.
Boy.
I'm moving to
Please.
Australia.
Yeah.
And go hang
Just
out
take
with
me
Mark.
out. Just take me out.
Claude is her her husband.
She'd give us the mark like the first week of her office.
Yeah.
The missing mark.
And Aiden is her son.
Aiden is the son of the president of the United States.
Yeah.
And he's from okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm with you.
Is that the first son? Is that what that would be called?
The first son, yeah.
Yeah.
And he identifies as a cat. And
Wow.
He's a furry?
Yeah.
No, so Missy Mott is single. She's in the White House, and she has a son who's Aiden, and he's a furry.
Yeah. No, actually, she's married to Claude.
Oh.
And their
Okay.
son is Aiden. He identifies as a cat.
Claude's the first husband.
Yeah, and he
Claude
worships
father.
Aiden. Because
He's the Claude father.
The Claude father. Good one.
Mark, do you got Paramount Plus?
No.
On there, they got the Godfathers. You got
cool.
the Indiana Jones.
I got the Netflix and Amazon.
Netflix is
but I mostly watch
crazy.
YouTube.
Netflix, they allow seems like they allow anything on there, like all kinds of crazy stuff people don't like. They're crazy, right, Miss Amon?
I was gonna say I'm not on there, am I?
Oh.
No. I don't watch anything.
Do you
Really,
watch
except for YouTube.
You ever
Yeah,
heard?
well, Missing Mod is chronically online, so.
Yeah.
Why are your eyes black?
Big Bad Mom, you ever watch Peacock?
What
That
did-
network?
Mackenzie.
Which network?
Peacock is a app.
No, I haven't. I've seen it. I haven't watched it. I usually watch Amazon Prime or YouTube, and I also have a lot of DVDs.
Oh. Do you ever have the movie based on Mrs. Mod, Date with an Angel?
The what? Missing Mod?
It's based on her. It's called Date with an Angel.
Oh, the Missing Mod story? Is it like on the Lifetime network?
Yeah. Yeah, about when she met Mark Stoney and she been stonied. Yeah. Right, Mark?
I think he's dealing with Oh, okay. I was
What?
a little concerned about the black eyes. What's going on there?
She colored her eyes black. Like
Oh,
her
she's trying to
eyelids
put on
have
makeup?
Sharpie marker on them. Like,
Grace?
oh my goodness. No, my daughter.
I know.
Oh, it's time to get her some makeup.
She
wants to
has
put on
makeup.
Oh, she just
But
wanted it to
she
be
used
permanent.
a marker, it looks like. Oh
Aw.
my goodness, it looks bad.
Why'd she do that for?
And she has to go to school tomorrow.
You're supposed to encourage her. Tell her it looks great.
No, it doesn't. It looks horrible.
Why'd she do that for?
I don't know. Why'd you do that? Color your eyes. Why did you do it? Why did you do it?
If the stream can hear, then I'm out.
She said if the stream can hear, she's out. Oh.
Good for her.
Yeah.
She washed some of it off, so maybe it wasn't as permanent as I thought.
Oh, that's
Does she watch people on YouTube or something that do makeup?
She's been making masks. She's been into making masks.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
I think she wanted to darken her eyes behind the mask to make it look more.
Michael Myers?
Yep, I was right. She gave me the thumbs up. That's exactly what it was.
Oh.
Oh, like Michael Myers?
I guess.
Mark, are you Michael Myers?
No.
Oh, okay, good. But Mark, yeah, that was crazy earlier. That big argument between Dad. I felt sorry for Dad. Soon he came out here, he ended up running into Wesley and having a crazy argument.
Wesley needs to come with a disclaimer. He really does. And I think anybody that's running these channels, if Wesly shows up, it just needs to be understood that he's got this condition. And he'll acknowledge it too. Wesly will flat out admit it. He's not even ashamed of it. But, there's no need to get in fights with the guy over it when he himself acknowledges that he's... Oh, my goodness. Mackenzie, come here. Come here. You got to see this. Look. He's got a mask on. A pig mask. That's awesome.
Are you Jigsaw?
What's your mask, Mackenzie? Who is that?
Springtrap.
Who?
Springtrap.
Springtrap?
Yeah.
Oh. She likes this horror game. It's like a kid's horror game called
Not
Five Nights
kids,
at Freddy's.
exactly.
Oh, I heard of that.
Yeah.
They made that into a movie.
Yeah.
It's on
Seems pretty
Peacock.
harmless.
She
Yeah,
said,
it's
not
on
a kid's game exactly.
Well, I mean, when I was her age, I was watching like Friday 13th and stuff and Michael Myers movies and
Yeah, and look at what happened to you.
what happened
Yeah,
to me.
you turned out fine.
I'm doing all right.
Uh,
I don't
Yeah.
get scared of scary movies.
let's
No,
see.
no movies are scary anymore to me,
No,
hardly.
they're not. There is no movie that can instill fear in me. And I forgot what the movie Mark Reed suggested, and I haven't been able to find it, but I do want to watch it.
Hereditary was a little freaky.
Hereditary.
I would. Is that the one?
Yes.
That movie
That's the
is
one.
freaky. Yeah.
I don't think you should even watch stuff like that, but I don't know.
No, it's very well done. And he also did one Midsummer about this cult in Sweden, Mark. Same director. Mark, are you hearing me?
Yeah. My daughter wants to share her artwork.
Okay. Midsummer, remember that one?
Okay. Midsummer.
Yeah, it's about a cult in Sweden.
All right.
Is
Is that a Netflix, Amazon?
Did you watch it, Logan?
no, but is Miss Outcast and Scott and Logo
Skittle?
part of it?
Mr. Logo is the cult leader.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of folks from Sweden in our little hemisphere. Or
Right, there was another one. What was his name?
what we
He
got?
was the, he showed up yesterday somewhere. Oh, it's on your
Yeah.
channel, Mark.
I think so.
Maybe it was
Yeah.
day before yesterday.
I wonder why that is, though. Why do we get so much attention in Sweden?
You know, they all know about Kent Hovind.
Right? Why
They
not
like-
like Romania or
Transylvania,
yeah.
where the
Japan,
vampires.
or we got some in Australia.
Oh. Yeah,
Of course, we've got our little clodhopper.
and got a Canadian guy too, eh?
Eh?
I have some fans from India.
Oh, cool.
Are they Indiana Jones?
I have no idea who they are. I just look at the numbers.
Oh, Mark, what do you think of what Michael Jones said? I showed it to Brother Pike. Michael Jones believed that the second Genesis is sequel to the first one.
Yeah.
And he said that the first one talked about God elected mankind to be his image guys.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
I think he's wrong.
Yeah,
he's just wrong.
He used to be a fan of Kent Hovind, but he lost arguments from trying to use Kent Hovind arguments. So he decided to become a theistic evolutionist. Yeah. And a lot
I'm
of
looking
people
at
think
my
Who are you talking about?
Michael Jones.
Okay.
And a lot of people think he's that rapper guy.
That was just me, I think, wasn't it? I don't think that. I just think that it's kind of funny.
Yeah, he did say in his video, yeah, I'm totally that guy, that rapper guy. He was being sarcastic. What do you think, Big Bad Mama?
Sorry, I was away from my. Hold on. What's happening?
Oh, what do you think of Michael Jones?
I agree with some of his stuff, and some of his stuff I don't agree with. I didn't see the video that you and Christian were reviewing, though.
He kind of agree with some of them, but kind of doesn't.
Christian agreed with Michael Jones.
Yeah, kind of, and kind of
Okay.
don't. He believed that.
What was that? What was that one short that he had about how you can take not a hanger, but you can take copper and find water underground, and he said that it wasn't true. I'm like, dude, you should have just went and checked. Like, you're wrong. Like, way wrong. I don't know if it's still up, but that would be pretty dumb because everybody was telling him he was wrong. But
I never saw that
know.
video.
Yeah, it was a short.
He said that Halloween Dead it came from Ireland, but it started here in America with the French. Is that true? You should know Mark Stoney.
Halloween?
Yeah. He thinks that Halloween Dead it got started in Ireland. Is that weird?
Well, it's a Nordic thing, wasn't it?
No, people say it was Celtic.
Celtic, that's what I meant to say, yeah. And the Celts ended up in Ireland, so yeah, it's an Irish thing.
Yeah, some reason doesn't think that for something. I don't know. It's weird.
I'm looking at my analytics, my YouTube channel, and surprisingly, Sweden's not even in like the top 5.
What's the percentage you have for Sweden?
The
Wonder why
percentage
that
of
is.
Sweden, let's see. I don't know how to read this chart. Like 0.6% of my views are from Sweden. Most of them are from the US, then Canada, the UK, Australia, Germany, Poland, New Zealand, South Africa, Mexico, India, and then Sweden. Interesting.
Who's your
And
top?
Ireland's way on down the list too. Come on, that's my ancestral homeland. Y'all got to get with it.
Yeah.
And I do have a viewer in Romania. I know I mentioned Romania earlier. 14 views from Romania.
What percentage do you have from Australia?
From Australia, 0.3. No, that's Austria. Sorry, Australia. Where you at? 2.8 of my views are from Australia.
Mine's 2.5.
Ha.
How about your male to female rate?
Ooh, I guarantee you it's almost all men. Yeah, 91.9% male.
Mine too. I think
heavy.
mine's 100%.
100% male?
I think.
Missing Mod, you
can't
don't
be.
watch Logan stuff.
Yes, I do. I watch it all the time.
It's what the thingamajiggy said.
All of mine are male too. Well, not all of them. There's like very little women that watch.
How many Australians do you have?
Oof, I don't know. I'd have to look again. It's been a while.
Don't you have your studio analytics thing?
I do, but I gotta go and look. I've already talked to you about this. You don't remember? Where I said the majority of my views come from?
Where do they come from?
Let me get it up here first, just so I can prove it. It's somewhere in America, though. Let me see. I gotta find it. So you guys continue whatever you're talking about.
Okay. Mine's 64% American.
Are we doing over the lifetime? Over a lifetime, or
lifetime?
Okay.
Oh, you want to do lifetime? Let me see. Lifetime. There it is. This will probably be more accurate, I imagine. Oh, there's Sweden coming in a second place to U.S. So I've lost all my Swedish views in the past 28 days. But I hit that 100,000 view mark.
Nice. Good job. Congratulations.
I guess that's pretty cool. Ooh, let's look at what cities.
Oh, I don't even know where to
San
find that.
Diego. San Diego is not my number one viewing city.
It is?
Yes. Followed by Tabby, Sweden, Walla Walla, Leslie, Michigan, Philadelphia, New York, York, and Fort Collins.
Okay.
So
my number one city.
So
is,
that's proof that I'm watching.
I know.
my number one city is your third city.
My
Walla
third
Walla?
city.
Mm-hmm.
You know why that is, right? It ain't me.
Probably.
It
Well,
ain't
I
me.
know Adam lives there too. I know Adam.
Yeah.
What's his face? That other guy.
Skyler.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Lore, Skyler.
Jamie Russell.
I don't know
A lot of
Jamie
people live
Russell.
there.
Oh, Jamie lives in Walla Walla?
Yeah.
Where
I don't know
does
who that is.
P-Town? Doesn't P-Town live in that area too?
Yeah, I think he's in Tri-Cities.
Okay, Spokane and Olympia and stuff, or
No, that would be Pasco, Richland, and
okay.
Kenwick. Yeah.
Oh,
That is pretty funny, though, Missing Mod, that your number one city is Walla Walla, because I, never watch your videos.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I believe you.
Yeah, me too.
Most people that watches my videos are USA.
Because Skylar and Adam are so big of fans of Missing Mod.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just telling you the truth. That's all. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, Stephanie, but I don't watch
I'd hate
your
to see you try.
Oh, Mark. Number one people who watch mine are USA. Number 2 is Sweden. Number 3 is Russia. Number 3
Russia. I don't think Russia's even on my chart.
What is VIE?
Russia is watching Logan's shorts.
They're not watching me at all. I didn't know we're on here.
Russia's not on my list.
What is VIETNAM?
Vietnam.
Yeah.
That's number 4 on my list.
See, I've got a couple of different locations in Sweden. I've got
Nobody in Asia is watching my material.
Yeah, me either.
Well, look, I'm not watching yours either. Florida isn't even on there.
No,
South Africa's
Wait, it
watching
is
me.
Mount Dora right here.
No, I'm not from there, so.
Where are you from?
She's not watching your stuff.
Miami, Florida.
Nope, I'm not.
Orlando, Florida.
I'm not there either. Nope.
I got a lot of Floridians up in here.
Turns out 89.5% is male and 10.5% is female.
See, and you say I get all the ladies. You've got
Nice.
more
You're getting
percentage
all
of-
the ladies.
Yeah, dude. You've got more. You got more
Aw.
ladies than me. I'm at. Wait, never mind. 83%. Because that was what I was looking at before. Was the last 28 days. Lifetime, it's 83% male, 17% female. And somebody who identifies as something other than male or female has watched 14 seconds of my content.
There I am.
Aiden?
Right? All 14
Thank
seconds.
you.
You're welcome.
Yep.
Do you see that video I showed earlier, Mark? I said
Probably.
to Miss Mod, it's probably what it looked like.
This video right here, this end time debate with Gary and Kent, has been my hottest performing video.
Oh, you know who's my number one video I have on my channel? It's the video where I put your face and Skylar face on these two rapper guys' body. Remember that?
One of my favorites.
That's 2,000 something views.
Show
Number
that
two-
one.
Mark, is your Dancing Steven video one of your highest?
No, nobody's seen that one.
Oh,
And that was Logan's. He made that video anyway.
No, this was the one I made for you, and you posted it as a short.
Okay, let's see.
I'll bet you it's one of your top shorts.
short? Brother Pike's not allowed to wear shorts.
He's not?
I don't have a lot of shorts. But yeah, that one got 532 views.
Not bad. Not bad.
My favorite
this one
short
right here-
on YouTube. My favorite short on YouTube is the one with you and Big Bad Mama and you in the rocks. Awesome.
Oh, where Mark's peeking up through the rock and he says, "How do I get out of here?"
Yeah. I gotta go to that place.
Turn around and
wherever
go
it is.
back. Oh, you mean the one we filmed a couple that day?
Well, you found him in the rocks up there. I just gotta go find one myself.
That one was
No.
fun.
Big Bad Mom was like,
It
I
really
should have
was.
left him there.
Yeah, that was a
You know,
blast.
If you hadn't have told me how to get out of there, I don't think I would have made it.
Right, I told you to go out the way you came in.
I never would have thought of that. I would have just kept going deeper.
You crawled into that. You crawled into that cave so that we could film that.
I know. I know. And it was like spur of the moment too. It's like, hey, let's do another
Totally,
one right here.
totally spur of the moment, and I think you got like 2,000 to 3,000 views out of it.
2,600 views.
Nice.
Is that Sharon? Is my screen shared?
No.
He says that you got to have a different IP address to get more, like to
There it
add
is.
views to it. So they're not all mine.
Oh, where's the
Well-
sound?
I hate that you can't get it bigger.
Oh, there it is.
I know.
Front
Yeah.
and maybe coming around. Same way I came in? Yeah, I'll be here. We'll go out to lunch.
Damn.
Wow.
Well, I want to go.
Hey,
She was ripped.
Oh my goodness.
That girl right there, she'll take it.
What the heck?
What the hell?
I'm really confused right now.
What the hell was that?
It was a furry hot dog. Okay.
What in the name of God was that?
Okay. Tell your girlfriend.
Hey, Mark
that,
Stoney.
Hey, Big Bad Mama.
What are you doing here?
Well, I'm trying to find my way out of this cave.
Okay, I suggest going back out the front and maybe coming around.
Same way I came in?
Yeah, I'll be here. We'll go out to lunch.
And I hate to break it to you, but Kent Hoven's not down here.
Okay, gosh. Been looking all day.
Oh, there's the grace.
Here's one guy say, did you see your shadow?
Did you see your shadow?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm still laughing at that buff lady. I mean, that was crazy.
dude.
Was that your video, Mark?
No, it wasn't mine. It was just the shorts. It was the next short after my short.
What was
on YouTube
getting
algorithm.
hammered, or
It looked like a furry hot dog. I don't know.
that's not what it looked like.
I don't know. I don't think
That
it
is
was
not, it did not look like a hot dog.
That was disgusting. That's all I do know. I don't think that's
Let's play it again.
looking at all.
Let me see if I can find it. I'll pull my short back up and scroll down. Nope, it's gone.
I think it was trying to say that she'll just. Yeah, never mind. I should just be quiet.
They were recommending that video for you, Mark.
Well, I just pulled it up again, and the next one is just somebody shooting a pistol at a gun range. So, yeah, YouTube does some weird suggestions sometimes.
I made an
Tell me
intro
about it.
with a gun in it, and I was kind of like thinking that. I mean, don't they frown upon that or something? Like
I don't think so.
There's gun
Okay.
channels on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean,
I know, but
In fact,
yeah,
one of my
I know.
favorite YouTubers.
there's no reason you couldn't post that.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do it then.
Is it an intro or a video?
It's just an intro.
Yeah.
I should make a video though. That'd be cool. Anyway.
Ugh.
I'm going to get going pretty soon.
Yeah, me too. Me and Mark are done arguing, so I guess we're good now.
Nuh-uh.
You need to argue about the mark of the beast for another hour.
Well, I'm just waiting for Skylar to pop in. He said in the private chat he's getting his headset.
Oh,
He said that
great.
earlier.
Well, maybe
See you
he's
guys.
still looking for it.
Bye, Big Bad Mama.
Bye, Big Man.
Later.
Thank you for coming on.
You're welcome.
Well, it looks like.
Uh-oh. We're almost
Try.
alone.
Huh?
Uh-oh.
Said we're almost alone. Better be scared.
We are alone. Wait, me?
Yeah.
Why would I be scared?
I don't know. You tell me.
You don't frighten me. I don't know
Are
why
you
you
sure?
think you need to frighten me either.
I don't need to. I don't think I need to. I'm trying
In
very
your mind,
hard.
you do.
No, I do not.
Some of the
You've
things
got
you
the
say
totally wrong
seem
idea.
very intentional to be aggravating and annoying and sorry, I'm just gonna stop.
Sorry.
Thank you.
I've been trying to be nice with everybody. It's not easy.
What would you say if Wesby came on and tell you the television?
Wesly, come on and tell me the television. We'll see what happens. It won't happen.
Would you like to see this video by Michael Jones?
No, I really wouldn't. I've seen it already today a couple of times.
What you thought of it?
Huh?
What
You showed it to
of
me.
Oh, what do you think
Yeah.
of it?
It's Michael Jones, man. He's got some weird ideas. Everybody's got some weird ideas.
Yeah, he believes evolution's how God made Adam and Eve, I think.
Yeah, we've been over this like ad nauseum today.
But Mark is right about everything. Everything he knows is right, right?
You finally realized it. Was it that hard to admit? Was it that
Hey,
hard?
I would be the first person in your cult if you would let me get in.
I have a cult.
Well, you should start one.
All right, I'm starting a cult. Who's going to be the first person in my cult?
Me, please, me.
All right, I got
I
Missing
don't-
Mod and Gangster Ghost. Let's cult it up in here.
What's my job
what-
gonna be?
Huh?
What's my job?
Well, I guess you're going to be the masseuse. I mean, that's what cult leaders are all about, right? Just get massages all the time. So you can be the masseuse. Gangster Ghost. You're going to be my chef. Can you cook?
No.
I'll teach you.
Don't
I'll
worry
teach
about it. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna make you learn.
Okay.
If you don't learn, you can go somewhere else. Build your own cult.
Sounds like a dream job.
Are you going to be the Stonites?
Yeah, something like that.
That's
What
what I-
about?
So you never
What's-
and
Okay.
just shut up. Oh, I definitely should.
Okay.
Cool. That's the same one you showed me 6 times
Yeah, I know, but it's neon.
Aw.
Time.
Be nice.
Well, I
Me?
mean, I am being nice. I said it looked great, but I've said it looks great like 16 times already today.
Well, say it another 10 times, meanie.
It took a long time.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
She worked hard on it.
I forgot that.
Where's your mask?
Oh, I'll show you.
Well, I gotta go do Mr. Mom stuff and cook dinner and all that. Yay.
The movie Mr. Mom
Yeah, that's me.
is
Mm-hmm.
what is Skylar?
I don't think he's in this script.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for
But-
coming on.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having
Yeah.
me.
You're welcome.
Take care.
Thanks for having
Have-
us.
Have a good safe day. And thank you, Mr. Mom, for coming on.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm gonna go too.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Yep.
Goodbye, everyone.
Love you, Logan. I'll see you later.
Love you too. Bye.